Can we get the puppy back in though?
Oh yeah,
Shut the
Bob, I
fuck up.
figured it out.
No, it's gonna
What?
distract you. I know. I saw you were smoking it.
What a great thing to go live with is, can we get the puppy back though? Oh man. Well, you guys
Asking
told.
the important question.
I mean, you guys told me to like go live when we're like talking, so I figured, fuck it.
That's fine.
So
The puppy was live.
yeah, the puppy is love. The puppy is life.
And the puppy is live.
Yeah, well, it's not
Most
on stream,
importantly.
unfortunately. But, yeah, okay, so welcome, everybody, to Roll For It, The Fallen Empire, episode number 9. We finally gave it a name, and by we, I mean I. None of these guys had any hand in it whatsoever.
I got 2 hands. What the hell?
I just told Bob, like, hey, here's the name, and he was like, oh, okay. I don't think he even actually said, oh, okay. I think he said instead of the episode name, and I'm like, no, episodes still get numbers, they're just... Anyway, whatever.
And then I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay."
And then he said, oh, okay.
Official and shit.
Yeah, so, whatever. Anyway, welcome back.
I mean, stuff.
Hopefully you had a good Christmas. Hopefully you had a good New Year. We're going to be missing Gabriel the Bard tonight, so I will be piloting him if there's any combat. So that'll be taken care of. No problem. Aside from that, for the recap, I was kind of toying with how I wanted to do this, whether I wanted like you all to like have your own perspectives and be like, okay, everybody recap. What does your character remember? But then I thought about, I mean, that would be cool for 4 of you. One of you would just be like, literally drooling. So I figured more information's probably better. I'll give all the information. So, for the recap, basically, a lot of shit went down last week. The group, after coming up from the sewers, having taken care of clearing out the sewers of some cultists and destroying some treasure chests, came upstairs, and 2 of them were cursed and were unable to really heal or really do much of anything. So they sent their druid in cheetah form, running off to the words are hard. It's been a long fucking day. Sent their druid in the form of a cheetah to the nearby town of Trellis, which is where a somewhat rare gemstone that was required for the spell could be acquired. When he got there, he discovered that pretty much everybody was dead, and attached to the tree via very big metal spikes was caricatures of the entire party, minus the last 2 additions because they are elves and whatever, but the previous characters were nailed to the tree, or at least caricatures of them, and thought that was spooky. Got the stuff, came all the way back. When he got back, they decided to mess with a deck of cards that they had found in the sewers below, which turned out to be one of 2 magical decks in the world, but not the one that can tell you the future. It's just the deck of many things. So if you're familiar with D&D, everything changed last week. And by last week, I of course mean 3 weeks ago. But everything fucking changed. They pulled... At first, they were hesitant, like, oh, let's not fuck with this deck. And then, one by one, they just started pulling cards out of the deck like crazy. One of them leveled up once, one of them leveled up twice, and got a wondrous new item that makes him super overpowered, but it's totally fine. Another one inherited a keep somewhere in the world that, to his knowledge, is filled with monsters. Let's see. Aside from that, another one had to fight a Avatar of Death, 1v1 battle. So he did that. Successfully defeated the Avatar of Death and won. And then lastly, one of them pulled a card and it turned out to... Oh, wait, and Nick. Nick also... Kel also pulled a card, and it basically grants him the ability to get one answer to anything one time. which he's kind
Trials
of
of
holding
the
onto his
Sword.
back pocket. But he has to use it within the next year. So as long as the campaign keeps going, time is of the essence for him to do that. For perspective, for you guys, this whole campaign has been going in-game maybe 2 weeks. So you got lots of time, but there is a clock attached to it.
How much time again? I'm sorry, I did space out for that part.
About 2 weeks has transpired so far from the very beginning of the campaign.
Okay, and how much time does that card?
365 days. 1 year.
Okay, that's plenty of
Yeah.
time.
You got plenty of time, but there is a clock to it. Lastly, the last card pulled from the deck, or second last, Aloran, the lightning pirate, pulled a card from the deck that turned him completely comatose. His lights went out, which is kind of a play on the words that he doesn't have eyes. They're just eye sockets filled with lightning. Went completely blank, and his soul was trapped somewhere in the world. Aside from that, before that, he had pulled a card that gave him a knight that is a level 5 fighter that just is there to do his bidding. And before Aloran pulled the card, the Void card, he did instruct the knight to keep his friends safe, keep him safe, and not to die. So, after he pulled the Void card, I was like,
and
you know
to say
what?
I'm a knight.
Alright, and he has to say he's a knight. And in order to keep Bob actually playing the game and having fun, he gets to control Aloran's loyal knight. So he is a level 5 knight, while everybody else
Level
is
5?
yeah, I think so.
Mine says 4, so
Oh, level 4 then, my bad.
okay.
Yeah, it's whatever I told you it was when we made it. Anyway, so he still gets to play, just on a character that's a little squishy. After that, having gotten the Regent's reagents back in order to dispel the curse off of the 2 cursed party members, they asked the old cleric to help them out and dispel the curses. He went ahead and did that, and then while they were messing around, Hillard, the kind of dumb, slow-talking guard captain of the city, I based him off a Flash from Zootopia, just in case you were curious. He pulled a card, which was the card that makes one person hostile to you, and it turned out to be the old cleric standing right behind him. So he got stabbed in the neck. They healed him back up and told them separate each other, and the cleric was like, I'm not gonna work with him. It was very chaotic. And then so they sent Hillard away to go and do his duties in the city, and so he did do that. And then they told the old cleric to clean up all the poison in the house, and they weren't careful with the wording, so he took it very literally, went over to grab the poisons, and failed his check, fell, and managed to inhale a lot of the poison, and had a very horrific death, which resembled the death of Jandar and Rylus' father, the day they had found him. So, that kind of drove them a little bit insane, and they are kind of in the middle of an insanity-fueled kind of stupor. Rylus for 3 hours and Jandar for 8 hours. And that's where we pick up with an extremely detailed recap. What do you guys want to do?
Nicely done.
Thank you.
I am in the fetal position, not saying anything.
I too am in the fetal position,
I'm still
but
sleeping.
muttering to myself, I guess. Just.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I want to go wander into town.
Okay. Is anybody going with him, or just him by himself?
I'm gonna stand up, and because I'm still next to Aloran's body, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you would have been right next to his body.
In where it's all in the main room.
Yep, in the main room of the woman that used to work for the Maribaldi brothers.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. It looks like they're pretty much incapacitated, and we have a cat sleeping.
I think he went back to his regular form, didn't you?
Yeah, because I used cheetah form twice.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
It-
So he went back to his regular form and slept.
okay. I'm gonna have to stay then. After all that craziness went down.
Okay. So right now it's just Jin traveling out into the city. What do you want to do? Where are you heading?
Any sort of gambling destination?
Okay. Make a. Or do you want to ask somebody, or are you gonna try and figure out where it's at just by yourself?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wander.
Okay. Make just a general intelligence check. How long do you want to look?
Start with an hour.
Okay. After an hour, you manage to find a bakery. They're making bread, danishes, all kinds of regular daily goods, and really not a whole lot more than that. Kind of got distracted by food.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the bakery then.
Okay. You step into the bakery. There's a young boy at the counter. Oh, hi. What can I get for you?
I want all your bread.
All the bread.
All of it.
Oh, geez. Okay. I mean, it's a lot of bread. We supply the whole city.
Yeah, I want it all.
Okay. Okay, that's gonna cost about 10 platinum.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have a destination you want it delivered to, or are you gonna try and carry it or eat it all yourself?
I'm gonna vaguely describe our house.
Okay. Make another intelligence check. Okay, yeah, you roughly describe what the building looks like. That could have went really poorly,
Alright.
but it didn't. Alright, so you make a deal with them and your bread will be delivered. Do you want some for the road?
Yeah, I'll take a loaf.
Okay, the boy hands you a piping hot loaf of bread.
Alright, I guess I'll just go back.
Okay. You head back as you walk through the front door. Kel is still asleep. Rylus and Jandar are still catatonic. Gabriel's just kind of sitting there, looks at you as you walk in, nods. You see the knight standing over Aloran's body.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm a knight.
You want a gamble night?
Not with Master's money, no.
How about that shiny armor of yours?
He told me to stay alive. I think I needed to do that.
Fine. I bought some bread.
May I have some?
It'll be
I don't
here
think I've
later.
ever eaten before.
It'll be here sometime.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go sit down defeated next to my master.
Roughly an hour elapses before there's a sharp knock at the door.
I'm gonna run over to the door and open it.
Okay.
I'm a
you
knight.
see. That's nice. I've met a couple. You don't look like a knight.
Look at the armor. I'm a knight.
Fair point.
Do you have the bread?
I have a bread delivery.
I'm gonna just swing the door open and kind of step out of the way.
Okay.
I hope you brought onions too instead of just bread.
The next half an hour is very weird as this young boy leads a menagerie of young men through the front door with wheelbarrows upon wheelbarrows upon wheelbarrows of fresh-ishly baked bread. very, very quickly running out of space in your living room without stacking it on top of the comatose Marivaldi brothers, or the completely comatose Aloran, the young boy looks at you and goes, you're running out of room. Where do you want the rest?
Just put it in the basement.
Okay. You kind
We have
of.
it upstairs too, don't we? And I'm gonna point to the stairs.
Yeah. Just find a room.
You
The
probably
young
fill one of those
boy-
rooms.
We'll see if he notices. Okay, the young boy has a couple of the men bring a couple of the wheelbarrows over into the kitchen. Somehow doesn't see the dead old man laying in a pile of poison. Somehow. He rolled really low. What do you want?
I forgot he was there. That's what I'm laughing.
Because just left him. Like,
With all the poison.
it's still there.
Some
It's
decoration
all
for
over the
this house,
place.
alright?
And he starts ushering the men into like this kind of like fire line kind of style of like hauling all the bread downstairs. They start filling up this cellar just filled with bread. About 20 minutes later, the boy comes back to Jin and goes, cellar's full. Where do you want the rest?
Upstairs.
Oh, okay. Starts again leading another fire line of people up.
I'm gonna look over to Jin.
At this point,
y-
it kind of resembles like a clown car, only like with a house. There's just people constantly bringing just wheelbarrows
bread,
full
yeah.
of bread.
I'm gonna look over to Jin. I don't know what you're planning with the cellar bread, but you know it's probably gonna get moldy in about an hour.
I just wanted to gamble. And all they had was bread.
So you're gambling with bread?
I guess.
Interesting. I'm gonna go find the freshest loaf I can and grab it.
Okay, make an intelligence check.
I don't actually know if this character doesn't even know what fresh bread is. So
Right.
I'll just grab the closest one.
Okay, where are you in relation? Are you closer to the kitchen or are you closer to the front door?
I was right next to Jin, if that helps.
Jin, where were you?
By the kitchen.
Okay. You pick up a loaf of bread. Looks good.
Is it covered in poison?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm gonna put that down. I need to change my name, sorry.
It's all good.
So I'm gonna put that one down, and I'm gonna walk out of the room of poison,
Okay. Good call.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna try to find bread that doesn't have poison on it.
You reach out in any direction, there's bread all around you.
I'll grab bread.
Okay, you grab a loaf of bread. It's kind of warm still. The bakery's not far, but yeah, you grab a loaf of bread and start chowing down. It tastes
I'm
good.
gonna wipe the sweat off my brow after literally almost dying again, and eat this bread because I want to see what eating's all about.
All right. Give me a Constitution check. Just a Constitution, not save. Okay. It's kind of a weird feeling. Your entire existence up to this point has been nothingness, and then all of a sudden there's consciousness, and then now you kind of got that like hunger pang, so you kind of grab some food, and it seems to get rid of that little pain in your stomach. Doesn't particularly give you any kind of joy or anything like that, but you figure it's probably a necessary step to living.
I'm gonna grab a couple more. Do I have a bag of any kind?
No, but Aloran does.
Okay, I'm just gonna like double fist some loaves of bread right now and just eat because I haven't really eaten, but I want to take it slow. I don't want to like.
Okay. So you
I don't want to
slowly
overdo this new activity.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to turn into what's his name? Will Ferrell in Elf.
Yes,
You don't wanna just
exactly.
get like sick on food. Yeah, roughly 3/4 the way through the second loaf of bread, you start to feel what for most people would be full. For you is a feeling of, I don't know if I can get any more in me.
I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna put that one down, and then grab a fresh one and just hold it.
Okay, you do that. Roughly another half an hour goes by before the young boy finally comes back downstairs and says, "Okay, that's all the bread. Can I get you guys anything else?"
You want to gamble?
"No, thank you. I have to get back to work."
But
So
come on.
that's been about 3 hours, right?
At this point, it's been 2.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're still. Yeah. Anybody want to do anything for the next half an hour?
I'm gonna eat some bread.
Okay.
And then
You-
work on making a bread chair.
I'm gonna make a bread Eiffel Tower next to him.
both give me. What would that even be?
Bread check.
Yeah,
Just
give me
like
a
a roll
bread
20.
check. Like a sleight of hand, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you build this beautiful bread tower, and Jin, you build yourself the most illustrious throne of bread that you've ever seen. It's majestic.
Does it have bread spikes?
Does it have bread spikes?
Sure.
Would you say it's the breaded throne?
This is why we can't have nice things, guys.
This is
I
why
got
we
other
have
things
nice
I need
things.
to do.
It's a tale of rye and sour.
No, no.
Welcome back to the bread fucking adventure, where we figure out what kind of bread adventures I get into.
The bread empire.
This is roughly around the time that you finish building your bread chair. Rylus, you slowly start to snap out of your madness.
So I have a question. Is it like
Sure.
bread stacked up?
It's
Or
kind
is it
of
just on just bread on the floor,
That's
like
your
tiles?
question?
okay,
Yeah.
so you know when like you go camping, right? And
Yeah.
you chop up a tree into like logs and then you pile them.
Got
It's
it.
kind of like that, but everywhere.
I wake up swinging, like fists.
I don't think we're ready for this.
Did you say we're not ready
Why?
for that?
What is this link? I'm gonna be. Oh god, I regret opening that. Anyway.
So I would probably like come out of this coma thinking like poison father dying and just like attack bread.
Okay.
So-
Jin and Thesco, this crazy-looking, dark-skinned elf just kind of got up and just started swinging at bread. From Thesco's perspective, Jin, Rylus just woke up and just started swinging at bread.
Calm down. That's your breakfast.
I start eating bread.
Where'd you get the bread?
Can I pick some bread up? I'm not in the
No,
kitchen.
I'm
like,
just
in the-
saying, where are you? Are
Oh.
you near the kitchen?
I'm not near the kitchen.
Okay,
I would have. Well, I guess I would have gone down by it, eh? I would have gone down by the kitchen. So I would probably like turn to face Jin, and then as soon
Fair
as he
enough.
says breakfast, pick up one, preferably not in poison.
It was fun to fuck with them the first time. Now I'm just being an ass. Okay, so you grab some safe bread and start eating.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Can I
want to
also
do
put,
for the
like-
next 5 hours while you guys wait for Jandar to snap out of his madness?
When will I wake up?
You have to long rest, I think.
I
No,
have
he's been
a-
long resting. Sometime before Jandar wakes up, maybe in 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
Can I make a bread fort since they've made a bread tower and a bread chair?
Sure,
I'd
make
like
a
to make a mini bread house.
make a bread
Believe it's a
construction
throne.
roll. Sleight of hand. Yeah, okay, yeah, you make a fort.
I'm gonna stand in front of my tower and just point at his and laugh.
I'm sitting inside my bread fort, just eating bread.
I'm gonna go start delivering bread to people.
Like random people on the street?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just whoever wants it.
So you kind of stand outside and you're just like, bread. You guys cornered the market on bread for the day, I guess.
Let's scratch her.
So,
You can make a killing.
old lady walking by is just like, oh, I'll take some bread, and like comes over and grabs it out of your hand. Thank you.
Alright.
Turns and just walks away.
I'm gonna wave with
Alright.
bread.
Alright. I'm gonna fast forward to skip all this madness.
Would I have been smart enough to make bread gauntlets?
I don't know, were you?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not then. So Kel, you wake up, and then several hours later, Jandar, you snap out of your madness. What do you guys all want to do as a collective party that is now no longer insane or sleeping?
I'm in my
I
bread
didn't
fort.
want to see that again. Why did you make him pick up the poison?
I
and
call
why
it.
are we in bread?
I call it from my bread fort, being like, I didn't think it would go that way.
I'm gonna take out an onion and just start chowing down.
Okay.
The bread is for breakfast.
At this point, it's like 4 in the afternoon.
You just woke up.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bread. Did you buy it from that bakery? You know, the one that supplies the whole town?
I'll take a loaf of bread.
Good for you.
You should check the cellar.
Thank you for supporting local businesses. Again, comes
Yeah, did
from the
you-
bread fort.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna find the nearest loaf of bread to me.
Okay, well, you passed out kind of near the front door, so it's all around you. In fact, like, some bread is, like, on you because they ran out of room of, like, where to place it, so they just, like, left your face so that you could breathe, but, like, there's, like, stacks of bread on top of you and all around you.
I'll just take one and then sit up.
Okay, as you sit
I'm
up,
gonna-
it collapses like another whole pile of bread, causing this, like, cascade of, like, falling bread into the middle of the room. Unfortunately, it knocks into the wall of the fort and completely crumbles the west side of the bread fort. The bread Eiffel Tower and the bread chair were very sturdily made, so they are fine, but the bread fort...
Can I bust
I'm
out of
so
all the
mad at
bread?
that.
Ah!
Once again, I'm gonna point at the fort and laugh.
I'm gonna take out my knife that I have, cut the bread long ways, cut up some carrots and onions, throw it on there, and make a onion and carrot sandwich.
Sounds gross.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. It tastes good?
So, is this in, or is like our house now considered difficult terrain? All the bread.
It should be, but no.
Okay, I would like to make my way towards the door. So, like,
Okay.
slowly.
So you kind of shuffle your way past this storm of bread and make it to the front door where you see Jin handing bread out to like some children of the neighborhood. He's like breaking it into like a couple of pieces and each handing them like a piece.
It's very generous of you to buy all the bread, but what are citizens to eat?
They can come eat the bread.
Free bread.
Free
Oh,
bread.
Wondrous. I would just start to like yelling, "Free bread!
Okay.
Free bread!"
You notice that
I'm
as
good.
you're yelling free bread, there's like this lineup from the front door all the way down the street of just people in a
I just-
line coming to get
I
bread.
Lean over.
Shoveling bread out the door.
You could really charge them like 1 gold piece, probably.
No, that's okay. I know what it's like not to have any bread.
I'm gonna get up and like whisper into Jin's ear. You're not giving him any of the poison bread, right? Like I see like bread in the poison. Like right there, it is touching the guy. You're not using that bread, right?
I took my bread
There's
first.
probably bloody bread too.
Yeah. There's like you can see now. There's like this loaf of bread sitting right between the blood pool from where Hillard was stabbed and like the pool of poison from where the old man was, and it's like the dam between the blood and the poison.
I have
It's slowly
upstairs
like
bread.
congealing around each side to like mix into like poison blood bread kind of. It's kind of like a bread pudding at this point of the
Hmm.
Yeah,
kitchen.
extra for that.
My character randomly gags for no reason.
I'm gonna see if Hillard's around. Hillard?
There's no response.
Oh. Huh. You think Hillard would come because there's free bread?
Hillard's working.
I mean, where is Aloran? Is he still unconscious? Did he wake up?
Vasco's gonna stand up. I'm a knight, and then he's gonna point over to his master.
Thank you. I get you're a knight, but that's just a pile of bread.
Master's still asleep.
That's literally a pile of bread that you're pointing at.
He's under it, I swear.
I'd like to go like move some bread so I can see his
Be
face.
careful about Master. I'm gonna
The
hustle
snow.
over.
Okay.
When it's covering over like snow. Just,
You walk over to a conspicuous pile of bread and start moving loaves of bread until you find Aloran's feet. Kind of figure that his head's on the other side, and you start just unburying Aloran from this huge pile of bread.
We know, though, the priest told us that his soul's not there.
I'm pretty sure I was absolutely
Correct.
hammered.
Oh,
When
you
the-
probably were.
I had them. I fought death.
Sounds
and I had
about
the
right.
mustache. I had the mustache poison, the mustache drink or mushroom drink that Jin made, and got loaded.
Mustache drink and
Yeah.
just got fried.
Ugh. Ugh.
Too many mustaches.
Well, anyone know why he's like this? I'm just kind of like looking at him.
Mm.
I'm gonna point to the priest. He could have helped us.
Gabriel
Well,
just
he's
kind of
dead.
looks at you and goes, "Well, he's dead now. So now what?"
They told us to go to the ruins. You know, the ones that are over there.
North of Yona, the knight
Yeah.
stands up.
Seems
Yeah.
as good a plan as any.
We might as well help him out. They also bought bread for the entire town.
Do we have a way of carrying his body? Perhaps a cart?
We could just leave him at the.
I don't really feel comfortable leaving Master.
I've heard before. Carrying a dead body is hard. Hard work. You don't want to do it.
I believe we would be able to find a cart, brother. This is, after all, our town.
That's true, but that's another unconscious mouth to feed.
But
I mean,
the bread.
Gabriel
Yeah,
just
look
kind of
at the
looks at you
amount
and goes, "I don't think he's gonna be eating."
the bread. You won't be eating the bread.
I guess that's fine.
So can we go find a cart up at the manor? Like, do we have a cart, or do we have to buy a cart?
Roll intelligence,
Ooh,
because I don't think you've ever operated it. No, kind of given your privilege, as it were, you've never really had to do the manual labor. You've had servants for that, but you do know where the servants keep the cart, so you know, go over to the kind of supply shed and find yourself one of those. It's kind of like a wheelbarrow, but like just a flat board with two wheels attached to it that, you know, you can use. Picture like a gurney with two wheels, or like a wheelbarrow that's flat.
So you pull it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or push it. Up to you.
Is there like a rope attached that you could pull it?
There is no rope attached. It's just as it is.
Just a board? Okay.
Rylus would know that it's kind of what the servant staff would use in order to get groceries back to the manor.
Gotcha.
They like load it up on top of the board cart thing and haul an entire day's worth of food back up to the manor.
Is it sturdy enough to like hold a Lauren's weight?
Oh yeah.
Well, I found us something, and I kind of want to go try to pick up a Lauren to put him on it.
Theska's gonna go help him.
Okay. So you guys, within a couple of minutes, managed to put a Lauren on the cart. Where are you guys wanting to head off to?
I'm gonna make a sign first and put it on the door that says free bread.
Okay.
Can I make an appendage to the sign after he finishes?
Sure.
Don't eat the poison bread. Or like,
Okay.
watch out for the kitchen.
And then I'm gonna
Okay.
write another appendage. Eat cellar bread first.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. You guys make the sign and then like attach a little sign attached to that, and then like another little sign attached to that.
Let's like a post-it.
It's kind of like one of those like community boards with the like rip-off tabs. Only like somebody else just puts a new one right over top, so nobody can see what's the one below that one is. But yeah, you managed to kind of get the point across. It looks, for the most part, right. What do you guys
Alright.
want to do?
Go north, I guess, to Yona.
Yeah, I'm gonna start whatever the easiest method of moving this cart is. Pushing or pulling or whatever.
Pushing or pulling, it all depends on you. Like, you can either like hold it and just walk with it behind you, or you can put it in front of you and push it. It totally is up to you.
Oh,
Think
gotcha.
wheelbarrow, but flat.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I'll just go behind it and just like walk it forward.
Sure. Okay.
I'd like
I'm gonna try to jump in the back and see if he can pull me too.
Well, I mean, there is no back. Think wheelbarrow, but flat.
I'm gonna try to jump in the wheelbarrow because I don't want to walk.
I mean, it's just completely flat.
Okay, I'm
And then
jumping on it.
big body on it.
Okay. So you lay down on top of it and a Lauren as Fesco is pushing it. Gets a little heavier, but Fesco's kind of sturdy. He could do it.
I'm just gonna stay there and just watch.
Okay.
Stop making eye contact with me.
You say that as he's laying on top of your master.
That's how I'm picturing you.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm just gonna keep pushing it. As long as it's not too strenuous over time, then I'll do it.
Yeah, it's not too draining of an activity. So,
I'll check in about like an hour, depending on how
Okay.
long we're traveling.
so where are you guys heading?
North or towards Yona.
Yona
Right.
is southwest.
Okay, so southwest
We're
towards
going
Yona.
northeast though, I thought.
No, we're going to Yona. But
East
it's
would be
just
the
north of
ocean. North would be Trellis. Northwest would be the keep, kind of between all the four nearby cities. That's the
I
keep.
meant
Yeah,
that.
You guys
We're
are
going
here.
that direction.
Here.
So
Yeah,
Yona's
That direction.
there.
So you guys want to start heading towards the keep. Yeah, Yona's over here by the bay. That's
Yeah, I
Yona.
was trying to see it for
And
myself.
then this
sorry.
is where you guys are. And then up here is where Nick went to go get the cool shit that kept you guys
Okay.
alive.
So where are we traveling, guys?
Presumably
direction?
there.
That way.
Presumably there. Okay, perfect.
So it's northwest. All right. So you guys hop on the road, heading outside of town, heading northwest. Who wants to be navigator?
I'm gonna say something to Rylus. I'm gonna be like, Rylus, we probably should have told Hiller that we were leaving. Might have been a smart idea. It's a little
Well-
late now.
Spur of the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe that's what they call a whoopsie.
How far have we gotten? It's only been minutes, right?
I mean, you guys turn around and you can still see the city. It's right there. You guys literally
That's-
just walk through the city gates.
That's too far. That's too far.
I would like to yell at a guard and be like, "Tell Hillard we're leaving!"
You hear a familiar voice kind of perk up and go, Okay. Will do.
Tell him we'll be back too.
Okay, who's gonna run the city while you're gone?
Hillard,
Hillard.
Okay, and what should
Have
we do with the
fun.
What should we do with the freeloading woman in your manor?
Make her work.
Okay.
Not too hard work. Just like the easy stuff.
Right, got it. Okay.
While that's going on, I'm gonna cast Druidcraft.
Okay, what are you crafting? What are you druid crafting?
I want to know what the weather's gonna be like for the next 24 hours.
Oh. Let me check the restrictions. See how much I have to tell you. And whether or not it's affected by something.
And this meta break is brought to you by Amazon Prime, where you can use your free token to sub to this channel for free.
True. And much appreciated. Yeah, okay, so you create a harmless sensory effect that predicts what the weather will be like for the next 24 hours. Despite it being sunny, it's kind of nippy right now. And you kind of get the impression there's going to be some rain. And a lot of rain for the next 24 hours.
Hey guys, we should probably, speed up the pace. Unless you want to get caught in the rain.
How long will it take us to travel there? Because we're just like walking, right?
Fesco wouldn't know. Your entire existence has been nothing, so I can't say.
Okay.
For the two brothers, couple of days maybe. They would know, so I guess they would relay that to you. He asked how long it would take.
That was like a to you question or to everybody else too.
Yeah.
Like if we were gonna go to that town that I can't remember right now, even though I have enough intelligence to, it'd be like 5 days. So I'm gonna guess about 3 days in that direction.
You have a roundabout fucked way of thinking.
Were you thinking Yona or Trellis? Trellis is north, Yona is southwest.
I thought we were going to the old ruins. That was in the middle.
That's north of Yona, yeah, it is.
North of... Okay, so Trellis, which would be...
Directly north of Viscate.
Yeah, that should be like 5 days, but
triangle.
That doesn't make sense.
Here to here is like 4 or 5 days. Here to here is going to be a couple of days. Hard to say, and given terrain.
Yeah, I was going to say terrain is going to...
Terrain, weather, whether or not you guys get ambushed by a bunch of bandits.
Is there any way...
Big black dragon.
As I'm pushing this, is there any way with maybe somebody else helping me that it could go faster? Am I like picking that up or no? Even if he was off of it, would I be able to go faster?
Yeah, you'd be able to go faster probably. At this point, you're not hampered by the cart. You're just going at regular walking speed. If you were to try to and you're traveling for the most part like on a road. If you were to try and cut in between like a field or whatever, like traversing over the ditch and then as terrain changes, that'll be tough and you might need help.
I just want to jog. Can I jog for a while?
Absolutely. You can travel at a faster pace for sure.
Can I push the back when we start picking up the pace after the warning? Kind of or is it on an angle?
Think of yourself pushing a wheelbarrow and somebody coming up behind you and then just pushing the wheelbarrow even faster. It's more of a hindrance than a help, you know?
You're going to make me fall on my face, probably.
Yeah.
I would definitely attempt it, thinking it's a good idea. At least for a little bit.
If he starts speeding up, I think I'm going to jump off.
Yeah, I'm going to speed up for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to jump off and look around and be like,
Thanks, bud. As I hustle.
Two things I need to know. A, who's navigating, and B, what kind of speed are you guys going at?
I guess I'll navigate.
Okay.
I'll go as fast as I possibly can.
Okay, so we'll say a fast pace and Kel is going to be navigating. Kel, what is your modifier to survival?
Wisdom.
No, the number.
Oh, sorry.
What's your bonus?
5.
5. Okay. You travel most of the day as the rain starts to come down. I believe I have a thing for that. No, that's Thunder Crash. There we go. Anyway. So the rain starts to come down a couple hours into your journey as you guys are just booking it full tilt. And you kind of get slowed down a little bit due to the fact that the rain is turning the path kind of into a muddy kind of a mess, but you're still going at a healthy clip. Sorry?
Is Lauren's mouth open while this rain's happening?
Yeah, a little bit.
Can I like try to close it or put a shield over his head or something so he doesn't fucking drown like a chicken?
Do you want to like put a shield over him and like? Okay, make
I'll stop moving.
What would I
to
do for?
it.
Yeah, I got it. What would you do for building? I guess.
I'm just pulling a shield out of his bag and putting it on his head so he's not.
Oh, okay. So you're just like literally laying it on his face. Okay.
Laying it like from here there, so that the big spot's here with like space there to get air.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Not too much of a problem. You managed to do that. Keep him.
Okay.
Keep him dry at least for his face.
Go back up to my same pace and make sure I'm not hitting him in the face with it every time.
Right. Okay. You start to go at a pretty healthy clip. Couple hours outside of the, city of Visgate, you guys come up on a kind of like a farmland. There's a pen of sheep, another one with a bunch of cows. There's another one with a bunch of horses, and then you see fields around modest kind of farmsteading of all kinds of different plants. There's some like barley, there's some wheat, corn, there's apple trees. Seems like this farmer's probably, figured out that he's gonna have to pretty much do everything, so he does. As you guys are kind of trucking along on the road, there's a sign attached at the corner where the road meets with the driveway. Kind of a sign on a post about 3 feet tall. Says, "Looking for hired hands. Quick work." Would you like to stop or keep going?
I'm gonna keep going.
Do you guys think we should stop and get some shelter? I mean, it's raining pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't like rain that much.
Has this weird thing that's hitting me in the face picked up speed?
It started slow, but now it's not quite like hurricane downpour, but it's raining pretty hard. Yeah, I mean it's at this point it's getting through your armor and stuff, and you're kind of all
okay. Then I'll kind of pull off to the side.
Okay. Gabriel kind of looks at you guys and goes, I like Aloran. I like Alaran too, but I think it might be time to get out of the rain. Maybe we can.
Well played, sir.
Thank you. I think Derek said he was going to check the stream at some point, so I was
You're waiting all night
sneak that in.
One.
Yeah, right. He's like, I like him as much as the next guy, but I think getting out of the rain would be nice, and I don't know, maybe we can earn ourselves like a hot meal with whatever quick work he needs done. At least
That's what I was thinking.
Place to sit down for the night. Warm.
I'm gonna go knock on the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna wheel
okay, you guys
up. Walk
down the really long driveway, passing all the cows and the sheep and the horses and then these fields, and you manage to make your way up to this kind of modest homestead, where you walk up to the front door, and underneath this kind of patio, you get out of the rain and kind of shake off all the wetness and knock on the door. Nothing happens for maybe 10-15 seconds. And then you hear, Hold on, I'm coming. Hear a bunch of noise coming from inside.
Why does that voice sound familiar?
I don't know what you're talking about, Ubrock. The door swings open and you see very haggard and dirty looking human. You'd guess maybe 40s or 50s. Kind of shaggy, unkempt brown hair that looks like it hasn't seen a comb or a brush in months. That's all matted down in places. He's missing a couple of teeth and seems to be sucking on some sort of plant. As he just kind of looks at you and he's like, hey there, y'all hear about that sign?
I'm leaning forward. Yes, I'm a knight.
Very nice to meet you, knight, sir. And he reaches out his hand. Shakes your hand. The sogginess coming off of your, like, gauntlets kind of matches with, like, it was general.
I don't know, I was underneath the thing. Did they get that wet?
Well, they were wet from the whole walk.
Oh, okay.
Right? So, you kind of shake and, you know, while everything for you is soggy, like, you shake his hand and kind of like, ugh. He's kind of got that going on.
I apologize.
And he's
From
like,
the back,
oh,
I'd like to call out, just being like, could we come inside? It's a bit damp out here. Discuss the particulars.
Come on. Kind of opens up the door and like lets you all in. You all walk into his living room.
Through the door?
Yeah, it's a very, very wide door, and with a couple of you lifting, you manage to lift the cart up and bring it into his living room. So right in the front foyer of his living room, you all kind of looking at this weird, gross-looking man. And he's like, well, now that you're out of the rain, what can I do you for?
I have a quick question. Do you supply Vizgate with meat?
I supply all kinds of people with all kinds of things.
You're
Meat,
good in my book, then.
fruit, veggies, you know,
Fruit?
the fun stuff.
Veggies? Oh,
Bread?
ooh, fun. Wait, what do you mean by fun stuff?
Well, I mean, bread, kinda, if you think about it, with the wheat, and then that kinda gets grained down, and then that turns to grain with the whole, you know, and then bread.
They're gonna need
Please
some
tell me more.
grain.
I'm fascinated.
He doesn't actually know more. He doesn't know anything about how bread is made.
Neither do I.
Yeah, right. He sees how interested you are, and he's just starts spewing off a bunch of bullshit, which everybody else knows is not how you make bread.
I'm just eating it up. I love it. I'm learning knowledge about life.
I should have given you the void card sooner. It's amazing. Yeah, he just kind of, after like 10 minutes of going on and on, Gabriel's just kind of like, the guy's like, oh yeah, you guys here to do some work, or you just want to get out of the rain for a little bit and then be on your way?
I mean, if there's work needed to be done, we could help out for
I'm gonna elbow
for some shelter, maybe.
elbow.
As
Kel,
long as it's
as
not
you
in
say
the
that.
rain.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate, because you see, I got this thing that needs to be taken care of, and it's unfortunately in the forest behind my farm, and, well, you need to be in the rain in order to get to the forest. I mean, once you get to the forest, I'm sure the rain's going to stop by the branch. You might get a little wet. I don't know. I mean...
What direction is the forest?
The forest, it's just to the north a little bit. Like I said, it's just out behind the farm out here, you know?
What kind of thing?
Well, I've got these, I don't know, these ugly-looking, hairy people that have gone rabid, and they started to come in on my crops and steal all kinds of foods and steal all kinds of sheep and horses.
Family of yours?
What now?
Family of yours?
What? No, I mean like hair wear. Not just like a beard and a hair, but like everywhere.
No, I think sir, he was asking if they were relatives of yours.
Oh no, not my. They don't look anything like me. They're like 2 feet taller. They got them weird looking skin tone. A little bit closer to this man right here, pointing to Rylus, than to rest of us normal folk. But
Rylus is normal. What are you saying?
What do you mean, normal folk?
Oh boy.
well, no, I mean like how there's like darky and then there's like white. Well, he's like
oh my god.
he's like lighter darky in comparison.
Rylus?
In hindsight, when I wrote this character, I probably should have chose a different trait, but he's heavily racist. I just want to take this time to say I'm not racist. I'm sorry to anybody who gets offended. Not intended. Although
I'm gonna turn into a black guy.
Oh god.
Like, what color, though?
Well, like there are all kinds of blues and purples, some browns, just weird looking kind of people.
Are they...
I want to ask how you got that rain to stop for a second. That was wonderful.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's been raining this whole time.
No, I also definitely heard a momentary softening.
See, I wasn't the only one.
Kind of like the loop track has a fade in and a fade out kind of thing, huh, boys?
What is a loop track? Please.
It's that.
God
It's like,
damn
it's like that sewer we were in. It just echoed up the stairs and into
The one that had all the
bedrooms.
gates in it? Oh wait, I
Yeah.
was alive then. Never mind.
I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna say I'm
You
gonna
know
I'm gonna
about sewer
disregard
gates
that
as well?
comment that you said about him.
Well, okay. Well, okay.
How much do you
Let's put
pay,
it this
sir?
way. At
How much
least
do you pay?
what I can
I'll help
say.
you. Hold on, I'll help you.
All right.
But you got to give your best meat to Vizgate. And
I can
fruits
do that.
And whatever else you were saying that
Well,
you supplied to them.
I'm not gonna give it, but I'll definitely sell it to same price, but just make sure the priority.
No, cheaper.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's see this. I am expertise in persuasion now.
Nice. Wow.
That's actually a 31 too. That's not a 28. That's a 31.
Coming out of the gate swinging. Okay. So he goes, all right, look, we might have gotten off on the wrong foot. What I meant by that whole, like, regular people thing is, like, you know how y'all kind of look regular, and then, like, he's just a darker tone of regular? These guys don't look at all like us. I mean, they got faces, they got airs, they got all that, but, like, they're also weird looking. And as for the food, we'll say, what, 10% off the top? Flat? And hold on.
15% a night here and good food.
You see him, like, doing, like, mental math and, like, trying to compute how much money he's gonna lose over the next little bit.
Who knows? Who cares?
All right, now what's the term of the contract?
Oh, just 15% off the next 2 moons. I'll be nice.
Oh, geez, okay. All right. Sounds like a deal. Do we have a deal?
Rylus, can you shake his hand?
I'll happily shake that hand.
Okay, the knight
And
shakes his
I'll
hand.
look right over at Jandar.
I was just like kind of standing behind him, just like, all
Let me
right.
back. I got you.
I guess we have to go out there again.
Oh yeah, I didn't even ask you guys. We're helping, right?
Can we wait till at least the rain subsides, perhaps?
Is this a matter that needs to be taken care of, like, quick?
I guess what time is it, Jay?
At this point, it's probably...
Like night, right?
Yeah, it's like 7 or 8 at night by this point. But you guys
Okay.
would know if Kel relayed it? Did you relay the
Oh.
information about the next 24 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys know that it's going to be raining the next 24 hours.
Period.
It's not, yeah.
So it only started a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
An hour.
Well, 2 or 3
Okay.
hours ago, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna look at them one more time and I'm like, can you get them to come to us and we can kill them?
Well, here's the problem. They only send small raiding parties, and then they come out here, and then they steal my crops, and then they go back. If you guys were to stay here and then just capture them or take care of them, then you're only getting one or two. I want to get them all.
I have my way with words. Don't you agree?
Well, I very much do agree, sir, but unfortunately, I cannot be certain unless somebody goes in there and roots them all out.
So you're coming with us then? To make sure you're certain?
How else would you be certain, right?
I mean,
Or
you guys
are you
look
paying
kind of
for
like a
per
trustworthy folk, but I'll definitely pay you per scalp. That sounds like a great deal. I was gonna say
we
per
also have to
head,
bring
but
scalps back now.
well, I was gonna say you bring back a head, but
Why don't you
scalp
just come with
seems
us
like.
and you can just count?
Well, I'm not much for the bloody mess of killing.
Oh, you just
Rabid.
stand behind us. I'm a knight. I'll kill everything.
See, it's the blood though that doesn't quite sit with me.
Just close your eyes. I'll hold your hand.
I don't think that's gonna work. But I don't know. Say 50 gold per scalp.
I don't
Well,
know
I
what gold is.
figure
I'm gonna
you
look
could-
over.
You could probably get. I don't know. I think there's somewhere in the neighborhood of a dozen out there. So that's what 14.
I'm gonna walk over to Rallis. Rallis, is that good? What's gold? What's 50 mean?
It's not bad for a scalp.
Is that like?
Not that
is
I know
like,
much
is
about
that like
scalp.
the bread I had earlier? The
I
gold?
let that go to me.
bread?
Make a
Like-
deception check, Mr. Rylas. Okay, yeah. No. Both the crazy racist guy and Thesco completely buy the fact that you don't know how much a scalp goes for.
When in reality, you do, you bastard.
Yeah, you never know.
He has a sordid past.
The scalping pass? Damn.
Maybe. So,
All
what
right,
do you
well,
guys
I
got?
guess we might as well go find these little fuckers and get our murder on.
Murder?
I mean,
I thought.
hugging contest.
Scalping on.
It's like it's a good haircut.
Yeah. You know, it's just a
good
nice
haircut.
chop off the top.
He'd probably
Chop
get you
off
some
my
good
top.
onions too. I'll
Mm.
ask him for onions for you.
He probably has the best onions.
I mean, you
know
don't
what
need
an
to
onion
talk
is.
about me like I'm not right here in front of you, but I do got lots of onions.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry,
if
I
you
couldn't
like
see you.
tomatoes and cherries
Oh.
and apples,
Oh!
mushrooms,
I'm just gonna bolt out
potatoes.
the front door.
I'm gonna offer him some mushroom drink.
I run after.
He kind
I
of
run
leans
after-
forward and smells it and goes, no thanks, I'm trying to quit.
I'm gonna grab Jen and Rylis, or Jandar, I guess, since Rylis ran out. What are we gonna
Yeah,
do
run
about
after Cal.
his body?
Jin, make a perception check. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
What are we gonna do about my master's body? While we're off on this adventure here.
Y'all can keep it here. I'll keep it nice and warm till you get back.
Honestly, sir, hold on. That was the creepiest fucking thing ever. I'm gonna turn back to my party mates.
All right.
Really, guys? This is Master's body.
Maybe one of us should stay.
I will happily stay.
Alright.
All I know is splitting parties is bad, but good luck.
I've also heard tales. I've realized if people didn't follow us, I kind of stick my head back and be like, "Well, are we going?"
I'm gonna follow him. That's all. That's the last thing I say. I'm walking out with my thumb up.
All right, I'm gonna throw the shield back over Master's head and just start walking him out into the rain again.
Okay. Jin, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going.
Okay. So the rest of you, I assume you're gonna help Thesco lift Aloran's body on the cart,
He
like
was off?
over. Well,
I thought he
no.
was
I mean,
still
like you're on the cart, right? But you're gonna be traversing through like over
Oh.
ditches and like making
I'll
your
help
way
you.
into
Yeah.
the forest, right? There's no road
Yes.
that goes directly into it. So,
Gotcha.
so
I'm gonna
as
go
you
very
guys,
slow.
okay, you guys eventually make it to the kind of like outskirts of the forest, like right when it transitions from the fields to the forest. And you catch up with Kel, who's chomping down on another onion, standing underneath a big tree.
I just
And-
found it on the ground. It looks good.
Are you sure that's a? I don't. Never mind.
Have you seen?
Yeah, it's an
any-
onion.
Oh, Kel. Have you seen any sign of people out here? Of small purple things and
Hairy creature thing.
hairy things, much like that other one, but apparently hairier and
Hairier? I don't know if
Other
that's
than him,
possible.
no, not really. I've just been
Mm.
chomping on my onion, waiting for you guys to hurry up. I want tomatoes and cherries.
Oh,
We have
seems
a
the rain
reprieve.
subsided. Oh,
Yeah,
just
we got a
kidding.
reprieve.
It's because we're under the tree now, right?
Oh,
Yeah, you guys walked under the
now
tree.
the drops just got too heavy. Gotcha.
Yeah, Jay, I would like to take like a look around to see if there's like a recent attack or something like that. To see if there's,
Okay. Roll perception. There seems to be not really like any sign of any recent activity through here, except for the footprints coming from the house that you guys made, and a little bit of a fainter depression in the dirt and the mud, about 3 feet over, leading from exactly the same place and directly into the forest.
I'm gonna
I can-
wild shape into a bloodhound dog.
Okay.
I can see 120 feet, even in darkness. Is there anything I see?
Make a perception check. Yeah, you see a lot of fields directly in front of you, and there's like all kinds of fields, and there's like carrots. Everybody's behind you.
I'm not gonna say anything.
You're just
I'm
looking the opposite way.
I'm gonna sniff the ground and
Okay.
ignore all of the scents from us
Sure.
and the gentleman that was in the house.
Okay.
Do I smell anything hostile or anything that I've noticed over there that's not of his scent?
Make a perception check with advantage. Because Bloodhound. Okay. Pretty much the same information as Rylus, only, you find another set of footprints, maybe 3 or 4 feet over from the set that Rylus saw. But you don't find a trace of the farmer this far out. There seems to be another smell. It smells of leather and metal.
Bark. I'm just gonna do the pointer.
I'm gonna start
Okay.
going that way.
Okay.
I'm just
So
gonna
as you
start
guys
sniffing where the trail goes.
as you guys start traveling into the forest, seems like a good enough time to take our break here. So we'll take our break here, and yeah, basically we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes after we get a quick bio break on, and yeah, we will see you then, stream. Stay tuned. And we are
What about
back.
a user function?
Exactly. So yeah, welcome back to the conclusion, the second half of episode number 9 of this fuckery that is D&D. So, you guys traveled into the forest.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Absolutely. What do you want to say?
In that first half, we really got our bread. We went and got that bread.
Can we just make an agreement that there's no more bread puns?
No, because we're gonna go back to a house full
there's
of
gonna
moldy
be so
fucking
much
bread. Are you kidding me? We're gonna be swimming in bread pudding.
Not if all the villagers can take it.
bloody acid, like poisonous pudding. Like there's gonna be puns for days. Don't worry.
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I will accept the puns. Yeah, so you guys start following bloodhound dog version of Kel into the forest.
Is he an actual bloodhound right now?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know specifically that.
Oh yeah, no, he's full-on bloodhound.
Can I try to put a leash on him? Out of curiosity? Just so he doesn't run off?
Certainly try.
So, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna, like, make a lasso really quickly and just try to, like...
Okay. Make an animal handling check, and then, Kel, are you gonna fight it or no?
I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
Alright, dexterity save, though.
Oh,
You miss, barely. It loops onto one of the ears, and he ducks out of the way and manages to avoid the lasso.
wow. Well, I tried. Might as well keep up now. And I run after the dog.
Okay. So as you guys are traveling deeper and deeper into the forest, you eventually find yourselves on a forest tile. that
Cast
I
detect
will-
magic.
Okay.
On top of it, are we?
Oh,
Are we? Not
I see
supposed to
nothing.
See
I
them?
see nothing.
spoilers.
There.
I see for 120 feet, so
And through bushes?
magical or non-magical, and in darkness. So if the bush is like, even if I see like a little tiny bit,
I see purple through that bush.
You should see on this map.
Oh, we do. I just didn't know if we were supposed to see all of it.
Oh yeah, no, you're supposed to see all of it.
Okay,
I mean, there's
yeah, we
moonlight.
do.
I don't think it's dark, so
Okay, so you can see everything.
Oh yeah, we can see
Okay.
everything. That's what I was
See,
asking.
yeah, I don't
That
have
was the
dynamic
question.
lighting on for this map because I
That's
didn't know
fine.
where to cut for like every tree, and then like it's just a lot of work.
I just immediately saw a bunch of people, so I didn't know
Yeah.
if I was supposed to be like, "Hey, I see a bunch of people."
Yeah, so about 90 feet away, you guys do spot a collection of humanoid-ish figures. They seem to be ranging from 3 feet tall to about 9 feet tall. About 90 or so feet ahead of you. Seem to be
Gonna start
gathered.
growling.
Okay.
I'm gonna pet him on the head gently.
Okay. They seem to be gathered around a stump and just kind of sitting there. You can also hear very faint, kind of humming, chanting, almost song-like, coming from that area. Switching the music.
I'm gonna look over to the bloodhound. Maybe it's time to. I don't know if you could change it into anything else.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna do a head
Light
tilt
rain.
to the side.
Now that you guys are
I
under
do-
cover, there's light rain.
Oh,
I see the knight try to communicate with Cal and be like, just don't worry about it. It's a thing.
Okay. I'm gonna try to set Aloran's body up somewhere safe.
Okay. We'll say you stash it behind this shrub right. Oh, I gotta have
Is my body on the tile?
there.
Might I suggest we tie
No, but
this-
it's not on there. But we'll say that you stash it behind a tree over here.
Okay, cool. I just didn't know if I had to move it.
I didn't copy it over because I figured
I'd
it doesn't
rather
need to be on
not.
the map. Yeah.
As long as someone's not going to stab him in the neck.
Well,
we could tie him higher in the tree.
No.
Jay.
Nobody will
put him
stab him in the neck.
tree and tie him.
There's no deck of many things here. Actually, what'd you guys do with it?
We still
We put it in the fireplace and we
No,
burned
doesn't
things over
Hillard
top
have
of
it?
it, I thought.
No,
no,
Hillard pulled a
we have it
card.
again.
Oh,
Hillard
no,
pulled
we
the
did
card
pick it
and
out.
then he handed it back. So
No,
somebody has
someone
it.
picked it up.
Yeah.
Someone picked it up.
All right. Well, either way, as far as you know, nobody's gonna stab him in the middle of the forest. But yeah.
Great. Okay. All right, yeah, I'm gonna
a promise
leave him
from me
there.
to you, Bob. Your character's safe-ish for now.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
going
gonna.
to wild shape back to my normal form
Okay.
and use call lightning.
Where?
Here, I'll just post it.
I was trying to be stealthy.
Are these
There you go.
5 or are these 10 squares?
They're 5x5.
Nice.
Okay. So I need Jin, Gabriel, and Rylas to make dexterity save throws.
I'm not doing it on myself though.
Oh, where are you?
I'm
pinpointing
controlling
it?
the storm right now, and I'm gonna put a lightning strike right in the middle of where they are. The group that's over there.
Yeah, just ping it where you want it. Right there. Pick a tile, not the center of 4 tiles.
Oh, damn it!
Sorry.
All right. That's fine.
Right there? Okay.
Yeah.
So they need to make dex saves. Okay. Two, 3, 4, 5. What's the DC?
16.
16. So 3 of them succeed, 2 of them do not. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 of them in total. Okay, so successes only take half, full damage to those that failed. Okay, that one goes down. That one goes down. That one gets severely injured. That one's severely injured, and that one is injured.
I would like to say that suddenly seeing Kel just call down lightning is blowing my mind. Like I'm sitting there just like, as it's like, just like, oh,
Yeah.
Can I get a thunder crash, please?
Yes, yes, you can. I'm on it. Where is it? Where is it?
yeah.
Me and Taylor will just do the sound effects. We got you.
Yeah. Some Foley work. We got some Foley work.
So
Yeah,
that's what you guys
Wesker is
hear
really
as
amazed.
thunder comes crashing down or around you as a lightning strike comes down and manages to zap about 5 of them. You immediately hear the wailing and crying of kind of higher pitched voices before they're finally stopped, and then you hear the soft sobbing sound of 1 higher pitched voice and 2 deeper ones.
I'm gonna start running towards them.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm gonna run towards. I was trying to be stealthy earlier. I don't think I was too stealthy though, but I believe I was.
I'll be holding up the rear. I'm not going to be going super far.
Well, I guess we're like this far away, so
10. 1,
probably
2, 3, 4.
hang out for a sec.
Was this difficult terrain, Jay? Right in front of me.
Yeah, that's like a little bit of a
Okay.
a little bit of a hill where like the mud has started to peel away.
So I'm gonna like perch right here on
Okay.
the hill, like right next to the tree or bush or whatever.
Sure.
I'm gonna perch right there.
Okay. Yeah. So as the rest of you move up to your various positions, Gabriel's going to come up right next to Rylus. We're not rolling initiative. It'll become very evidently clear as you guys get closer. Jin, Rylus, Gabriel, roll perception. Jandar with disadvantage because you're a little bit further away.
Oh,
Who did you just kill?
I see literally everything.
I'm staying in the back.
Jandar and Gabriel don't really see anything. Jin, you can see two very hairy creatures on the ground with sorry, I'll move that one. Two larger ones and another small one nearby, and they all seem to be huddling around these two smaller creatures. Rylus, what you can see is a collection of 10 large, in comparison, humanoid creatures, hair all over their bodies, very large ears, very kind of large, almost like swollen faces, hair, fur covering their entire bodies. Most of them are now crying, and you don't make out the language, but you can hear what you kind of would roughly think as, oh God, why them, they were just children, had kind of that kind of tone to it.
I would like to kind of approach and just be like, oh my goodness, did you see that lightning strike? It came out of nowhere. Are you alright?
You see another one kind of scurry off to the back over by the rest of the group when a much larger 9-foot-tall one walks up directly in front of you. And you can see now he's very large, probably like 3 feet wide, like 9 feet tall, very muscular. These very large claw-like hands, just these mitts. Think Mickey Rourke. Just kind of leans down and like touches you very faintly on the top of your head and goes, "Oh, hey there. Don't use common very much. We didn't see it, but it crashed down and killed 2 of our children."
Why are you here? And I would like to like turn back to be like, oh God, I sound like a Hillard.
We are furbolgs. We live in the forest.
Good point. But do you know anyone who's harassing a farm?
No. But
with my nat 20, would I have been able to see like their provisions if they looked like the same as the farm?
You'd be able to tell that it doesn't look like they live with very modest means. They don't seem to have a lot of material wealth. A lot of their clothing is made up of what looks like scraps of like linens and maybe canvases that they've scavenged from some tents. Definitely some fur hide from kind of creatures in the forest. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're well off, but it doesn't look like they're not necessarily starving. Not very well provisioned. Let's just put it that way. And, sorry, to kind of go back to it, he's like, "Oh, the farmer's been sending people after us for quite some time. He's been hunting us, killing
I'm gonna
us."
slowly start making my way up behind them.
skinning us.
I'm gonna walk
making-
up behind him and.
No, I'm in behind our group.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up behind him and kind of hold my arms up. I don't mean any harm. I'm just gonna walk around and try to like, go all the way around him, so I can kind of like talk to him too.
So he continues to explain that, for months now, the farmer has been sending people out here to kill us, and we just live in the forest. We're just doing our own, minding our own, and these people show up and kill a couple of us in the night, skin us, make clothing. It's very weird. And so we've had to kind of band together during the nights and watch after each other, and then this lightning strike came down and killed our children. And you, as you were making your way around, Thesco, you kind of stepped past these two very small, probably 3 foot tall, miniature furbolgs. Can't really tell what gender they are based on, how they look, but their fur is all like standing on end and is very much like the pride of a lion, poofed out. Kind of black pock marks all over their skin, presumably from the lightning strike. And very much dead.
Are you capable farmers? Or are you a nomadic people?
Well, you don't have to speak quite so slowly. We understand common, just don't speak it often. We used to be farmers, maybe 10 years ago, and then this weird old man showed up and kicked us off of our farm and said it was going to some new people, took our land away from us, kicked us out, and kind of living in the forest, raising our kids ever since.
Was the
Can I do
farm
an insight
that way?
check?
Yeah, I want an
On
insight
that?
check.
Sure, make an insight check.
That's because eating it up.
Yeah, Thesco, you don't know what a farm is, or what a furbolg is,
That's why I wanted to do it. It actually
but
worked
you
out.
are fascinated.
Tell me more.
Rylus and Jandar, they seem scared. They seem shook up. Definitely freaked out given the recent thing.
Freak accident.
Sure. But
Those storms just come out of nowhere.
but very much you pick up nothing but like earnestness from everything they're saying.
Can you
I'm gonna-
describe the man who kicked you off your farm?
I'm gonna walk over to Kel while that's happening. You're purple, right, Kel?
Yeah.
Okay.
He goes, well, there was a much older man, human, I think they're called. The most common of people that you see. And he had white hair, short but white, and he told us that we had to leave and that he and his son were going to take over the farm. And then we tried to petition the local lord to help, but by the time the letters came back from Visgate, it said that, it couldn't be helped and that we were on our own. The old man was he seemed genteel, very put together, but his son was a nasty piece of work. Just very ugly looking, like he never showered or bathed.
I'm gonna scratch the side of my face, pointing my finger to a random tree behind me and make lightning strike that tree. Make it look like it was a freak accident.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check. Uh-oh. You want the good news or the bad news?
Yes.
Good news is, lightning did strike a tree. Bad news is, with the commotion going on, all the furbolgs are on edge and were looking at you, and you were not very successful in hiding it, as the large
But
one that's
nobody was
speaking
paying
to you.
attention to me.
They're all on edge. That was their perception rolls. The larger one goes, "Hey, wait a minute, did you cause that?"
What? No. It's storming out. How could I cause that?
Make a deception check.
As that happens, I'm just gonna. That already answered my question, so I'm just gonna walk over here. I'm gonna get my dagger ready,
Okay.
but like not show it that it's ready. Just
I'm gonna say, everyone, calm down. Calm down. I am the Lord of Visgate. I'm here to help you.
Little late now, isn't it? Your friend just killed 2 of my children, and you told us that our farm was to be forfeit to some asshole?
That wasn't me. What's gonna happen is I want to take everyone, and we're gonna go to the farm with you guys. I will mediate the conversation between the two of you.
We're not going anywhere with you monsters. And they just slowly walk over, and this large one picks up the small furbolg child and holds it in his arms and looks back at you, and then just slowly starts walking away as the rest of them all kind of take their cues. And
I'm gonna throw some bread at him.
a dexterity check.
So guys, what about the scalps?
I mean,
You throw this
not-
hunk of bread, and it hits the big furbolg in the back, right between the shoulder blades, and he just kind of looks back and looks down, and then just gently kicks it a foot or 2 towards you and goes, "We don't need your charity."
What you need
keeps
is your
going.
farm. We can give it to you.
They are walking away.
I'd like to turn around and be like, well, let's go beat up that racist piece of shit.
Gabriel kind of looks at you guys and goes, "Wow, you fucked that one up pretty bad."
That's my fault.
I was gonna have a whole farm working for Visgate too. I was gonna get it to work.
Yeah, I don't know if that's happening. Also, 10 years ago? How long have you been in power?
Like 2 months, ish.
So it wasn't you.
No.
Huh. Okay, where to?
I want to go talk to the shitty human.
I'm gonna go check on Master.
Okay. You
I'm gonna walk with Rylus too.
guys trudge 60 feet away to where you left the little cart, and you find Aloran still sleeping soundly. And by sleeping, I mean lifeless. Completely
I'm gonna wild
comatose.
shape into a golden retriever
Okay.
and just look defeated and slouch and slink back with them.
Okay. Let me check something. Okay. You guys all kind of walk away and get back to Aloran's body, and as you start getting ready to head back out towards the direction of the farm, you see this kind of defeated-looking golden retriever walking towards you. Golden hair color all over, his head's kind of sunken down, his tail's tucked between his legs. And he's got this thin stripe of black that goes from his nose all the way to his back, to where his tail is completely black.
I'm gonna say in a loud voice, I guess who's not a good boy, and just keep walking.
I'm gonna whimper a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick up the cart and start pushing it.
So you guys
Yeah, I'm
all
gonna follow.
head back towards the farm. you make it out of the forest, and enter the farm proper. As you start walking along the path that you guys had kind of created, walking back towards the farmhouse, you can see candlelight flickering in a back room from the back side of this house as you're walking up to it, as opposed to like when you guys had walked up initially, you didn't see anything, but you know, you're coming from the opposite direction. Seems to be something going on in the back room. As you guys are walking across the field, who wants to keep their eyes peeled? 2 people or 1 person with advantage?
I will.
Okay. So
I'll
you
be
can
looking
either...
as well.
Okay, so each of
As
you
I'm
just
pushing
give a
it.
perception check.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool. Rainio.
The rain's coming down pretty heavy. It's kind of hard to make out anything that's not, you know, pretty much directly in front of you, within a space of like 20, 30 feet away. Aside from the previously mentioned kind of flickering candlelight in the back room, there's nothing really crazy going on, except you do hear this. One single thunder crash
I'm gonna
above
look
your
at
head.
Master. Look down his eyes.
I'm gonna look for the golden retriever.
Golden
Look the shit
Retriever's walking along with you, I presume, Kel? Yeah, so he's walking along with you, still kind of defeated. At this point, he's just soaked and just doesn't even care and is very much like, oh no. Thesco, Aloran, there's no change to him whatsoever. But the like hair on his arms is standing up.
I'm gonna move his eye wraps.
Okay.
Anything?
Empty sockets.
No. Okay. I'm gonna cover him up again.
Okay.
And then put the shield back over and continue.
Okay. As you guys make your way to the homestead, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna knock very authoritatively
Okay.
on the door.
I'm gonna sit by the front porch, but in the rain, looking out over the fields.
Okay. So you're doing that while Rylus, you walk up and you're just like, you hear, what in time? Already? That couldn't be that. 1 second. How long do you wait?
I probably not long.
Okay.
Not long. If he's not there within 5 seconds, I'd probably try to. I'd say 10 seconds. I'd kick the door open.
Okay, he definitely doesn't come in 10 seconds.
Oh, I kicked the door open.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Oh.
You give it a good boot. You hear this small splinter of what sounds like wood splintering and creaking, but
As soon as I
nothing
see
aside
that
from
I
that.
don't
Doesn't give.
kick open the door, I just want to be. Don't make me knock again.
you just hear, hold on, I'm coming. I just need a second to put my pants on. How long do you wait?
Probably like 20 seconds this time.
20 seconds.
I'll look at Rylus. I'm like, if he doesn't open that door, kick it down.
20 seconds elapses.
The knight's gonna stand up.
God.
The knight's gonna stand up and hold Rylus back. Say, I'm a knight. And give this thing a good kick.
Okay. Give a strength check. You just
sturdy as fuck.
you just run, kind of plant your foot, but your greaves are wet, and then the wood, you kind of slip and slide and clunk clunk, go down in like full metal glory.
But I'm a knight.
I'm gonna stand up or I'm gonna get near. I'm gonna be like, do I really have to do this? Oh fucking god!
Yeah, you go to like leap over the knight and like kick down the door, but like you land on like the part of the like metal like sabaton and like slip with your heel, and you're like, whoa! And you slam into the door and hold your hands up like against the door, and you're like, whew, that was
Like
close.
none of
But
these rolls you could even do with advantage. That's
Yeah,
the worst part. What the fuck?
All right, I'm gonna kick it.
from inside you hear, hold on. Yeah, Jin, you give it a good kick. You hear the splintering of wood, but it also doesn't give. Hold on, I'm coming. I'm coming. I'll be right there. I just gotta put on my shirt. How long do you wait?
I'm kicking again. Fuck it.
I punched it.
Okay.
I'm punching the door.
Okay, so Jandar, you just punch straight through the center panel of the door. It pops out into the door, and you just kind of reach down and start grabbing the handle, like opening it from the inside. As Rylus gives it a good boot, and it like shoves you forward a little bit, like into the room. As the door kind of swings open, and it is now accessible. And you hear, "I told you, hold on!" coming from the back room.
I would just like to go straight into the back room.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow right behind him.
As you guys walk up to the back room, you see that there is a closed door. It is a sturdy wooden door, just like the front door.
Detect magic.
Our
With
nemesis
detect magic,
wants to
you do not pick up anything magical.
I won't say anything then.
Can I get a running start at the door
Sure.
for a shoulder charge?
Sure. Make a strength check.
Oh my god!
Well, you were in the rain for quite a bit, and you're all wet, and then it's like dry wood, and you're like slipping and sliding all over the place, and you end up just barely like knocking on the door, and he's like, hold on, I just gotta get my hat.
By shoulder charge, you meant face plant.
After that, I'm saying, Rylus, I'm gonna help you out here, and I'm gonna just run into the back to try to shove him through the door.
Okay,
Oh
so
my God.
you just kind of grab your brother by the shoulder and just shove, and he just face plants right up to the door, and he like breaks part of the pane like inwards, and like you can just barely see like a little bit of a sliver through the door, and you see a man wearing a what do you call it? An apron made completely out of leather. With some red spots all over it, and he's in the midst of taking off the apron while holding a very small knife in one hand. And he's just like, I told you 1 second, and finishes taking it off.
I'm not a patient person.
Also, that door wasn't locked. You could have just opened it. Now I gotta buy a new door.
I open the door.
It opens up.
Did I hear all what's going on with my heightened ear senses?
Oh yeah, everything.
If that didn't work, I was gonna plow him in Three Stooges style too. So the fact
that you guys didn't even check the door, like, it was hilarious.
I just assumed they opened or tried. Jesus Christ. I bet the front door was open too.
Not a smart
The front
man.
door was locked, but you guys completely bypassed it.
One locked door is just equals 2 locked doors in Rylus's book.
Apparently.
As soon as I hear them open up that second door, because I can hear that, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to start charging in, and as soon as I make it past everybody right in front of the redneck guy, I'm going to wild shape back into my normal form, grab him by the collar.
Okay.
You
Just
made me kill people.
Kind of
Why?
like against the... Give a strength check, actually. Fucking everything's strength today. Okay, you kind of pin him against the wall there inside this back room. his legs hitting the desk that he was like right up against, and you see the flickering of a candle like off in the side that you aren't paying attention to because you're completely tunnel, but the flickers a little bit, and you kind of pin him against the wall there, and he's just like, well, I didn't make you do anything that you didn't want to already do. I hired you to do a job, and you did what you did, whatever it is that you did.
What are you doing?
Can I make a perception check
Yeah,
on the room?
you stole this farm from people.
Sure, make a perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the master's body down gently.
Like,
Rylus,
I'm
as
wondering
you,
like, what he was doing. When
you
we
look
first-
around the room, Rylus, and you see it's a little dark in here because it's only lit by a very small candle, but you can see the candle kind of flickering a little bit off in the distance, like just in the corner of the room. It's attached to
one of my only spells. I'm just
It's-
gonna cast Dancing Light and then throw it up into the roof.
Let me finish the description first. It's sitting on a desk that he is pushed up against, and it's sitting, the candle's in the middle of a very small plate, and it looks like as he was pushed against it, it shifted, and that's what made the wobble in the flame. The room aside from that is quite dark. You can only see like lumps here or there, and like it looks like there's sheets or something strewn all about. There's this rope that's going from the ceiling in a couple of different places, and it seems to have like sheets over top of it and whatnot. As you are casting your Dancing Lights cantrip, Jandar, what you see in all of its pure darkness glory, with your amazing perception check, is that the man is wearing a leather apron that has some red material all down the front of it. Even though he kind of took it off and it's folded over, it's still around his waist, and you can see that this red material is dripping onto the floor, which you can see is kind of like a steel grate system, like 2 or 3 inches above the wooden floor. You can see a figure on the desk next to him, a very large figure, roughly 8.5, 9 feet tall if it was standing, only it's on its back. It has very large ears and a very almost bloated looking face, very round. It has fur all over it and is slightly brown hue to it. As you look around the room, you can see on those ropes that I described earlier, seems to be another one that's roughly 9 feet, and then 2 that are about 3 feet roughly tall, only it's just the pelts, and they are hanging up to dry. And he is holding a small filleting knife.
I'm gonna rage and reckless attack him barehanded.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk right in,
Like-
right behind him.
Straight up, I'm just gonna beat the living crap out of him.
As soon as I see
Okay.
Rylus attack, I'm going to walk up behind him and be very angry.
With me
You
still
made a
holding
knight
him.
do this, and then I'm gonna attack him with my one hand.
Okay, so there's kind of a lot going on here, a lot of moving parts. Kel, you're not going to see the first strike come, so Rylus, make a melee attack with advantage.
Okay, so
Because you already had
Uh,
advantage because he's technically
yeah,
grappled.
it's just strength, right, for melee. I didn't actually do an unarmed attack because I just want to like punch.
I
him
thought
in
you were
the face.
you're not using your weapon?
No. Like I said, I
Okay.
wanted to rage and recklessly attack him with my fists because I don't want to
Oh, okay.
kill him. I just want to beat the
Okay.
fucking shit out.
Yeah, it would just be D20 adding your strength and proficiency, because I believe you are proficient with unarmed.
It's melee weapon as well. Yeah, okay, sure. So that's +6 to attack, and
Yeah,
then
so just-
2 damage on the bonus. Oh no, that's melee weapons. Would fists count as melee weapons, or are they?
No, they're unarmed.
It's,
Do you have
yeah.
proficiency with unarmed, or is it just a strength check?
I just have
you're
martial
proficient with
written
it.
down. But
Okay,
here,
then
one
yeah,
second,
you
let
would.
me-
Okay, so just go ahead and make a strength check. Because
Yeah,
there's a
strength
difference
check.
between strength and then unarmed.
Oh, fuck me.
So you go to punch him, and Kel kind of, I guess, gets a tingle on the back of his neck, and he kind of moves slightly as he turns to look, and just barely moves the guy out of your way as you punch directly into a cabinet right next to the guy's head. You're muted.
Motherfucker. I have advantage on strength checks. It's the 11, not the 4. Because I'm
Yeah.
raging.
Yeah, I know. I took that into account.
Cool.
You had advantage anyways because he was grappled.
Good point. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just gonna try to, like, rip him out of Kel's hands then if we're not going into
Well-
initiative.
Hold on, because we also had Thesco doing something. So Thesco, what were you
Yeah.
doing?
I was gonna walk up. I'm not trying to kill him, so it's a non-fatal. I think is what we're calling it, right? Or non-lethal. Attack with my one hand.
Okay, with your weapon
Well,
or
pull,
just punch
yeah,
him?
pull-
Or weapon?
No, pull out my longsword and I'm gonna attack him with one hand.
Okay. 14 hits, roll damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna I'm subtracting like 4 from that because I'm gonna say that you're hitting him with the hilt, not the blade.
That's perfect. That's pretty high. I did not expect that to be that high.
Fighter, man.
At level
Okay.
4?
As you hit him directly in the face, and his nose kind of hear this crack, and you see this blood starting to trickle down his nose, and he just, with one hand, kind of reaches over with the knife still in his hand, and just kind of reaches over with one finger, and what the hell, man? Why?
Because you made us kill children.
I didn't make you kill children.
You were preparing us to kill children.
You misled us to kill children.
What are you talking about?
I'm
gonna
gonna say, did
arm
did
off
you
the
kick the furbolgs off their land?
Furball? What the hell kind of thing are you talking about? Talking about those freaky fuckers that I've been...
I'm just gonna point up to the
Skinning?
Skins.
Yes.
Well, those aren't human. They don't matter.
Did you take their farm?
No, my pops did.
I think it would have been enough time for me to try to, like, grab him.
Yeah, if you
Yeah, if not, I'm gonna grab him by the throat.
Mm-hmm. Because, like, I'm just sitting
we
there,
can
like,
just- we could both try to grab his
But
throat.
before you guys do that, what's Kel doing?
As soon as I hear him say my pops did, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame on his shirt.
Ooh.
Okay. He just shakes violently and is able to stop the flames from, like, licking at him or anything as his shirt catches on fire, and he kind of shakes while he's in your grasp, and the flames pat out pretty quickly. Doesn't do anything to him, but scares him. And he's like, whoa, why are you trying to light me on fire? Why? Can we just be civilized for one gosh dang minute?
as soon as
No,
he says
because
civilized-
you can't.
As soon as
I
he
think
says
it's too
civilized, I
racist
want
to
to try to
realize.
grab him and just, like,
I'm
yell.
perfectly civilized. Well, I don't know what you guys came into my house and you're trying to kill me, rob me. I don't know what you're trying to maybe rape me. I don't know what kind of freaky deaky you're into, but I'm not into it.
I'd like to grab him now and just.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him
I'm
go.
yelling.
Turn my back.
I'm just like getting so mad behind him, just like. "Rah!"
Okay,
And
make a
just
strength
wanna-
check with advantage because you're still raged. Let's see his
You're
opposing
just not very
strength.
strong tonight, are you?
He
I'm a
is covered in oil.
Give him a gentle shake.
He fails his strength check as you grab him and kind of spin him and pin him like face first against the wall with your like
He's short, right?
arm. He's about 5'10".
Okay, never mind.
You kind of like pin his face against the cupboard. His like backside is like protruded outwards because the countertop directly there in front of you, and you're just kind of like got him pinned against the cabinet. And he's just like,
I'm gonna
what the hell is going on?
right?
Why? Sorry.
I'm gonna punch him in the nose. You said one-handed, right? Pin him
Yeah.
with one hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch him in the face with the other one.
Okay. It's gonna be another strength check because that's the equivalent.
That's fine.
Okay, that'll hit. What's your strength modifier?
3.
3. Okay, so you do 4 points of damage. As you
I'm-
kind of punch him, it kind of splits a little bit on his cheek, and you can see the blood starting to run down. He's just like, wow, what the fuck is going on here?
I'm pretty much gonna keep punching him in the face until someone stops me. Just a heads up. So you can, like, other people can do their stuff in between, and whenever you want to say, like, I swing again, just
Okay.
tell me to roll, and I will.
Okay,
I walk
so
out.
that's
I'm,
good. What do you...
I'm incoherently raging.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep hitting him with the butt of my blade. I'm
Okay,
not
so
happy.
while this is happening, Jandar, Jin, and Kel. Kel leaves the room. Jandar and Jin, what are you guys doing?
Don't kill him, please.
Oh, I'm not. This is non-lethal.
I'm looking. No, I'm looking at Rylus. Don't kill him.
I
I
won't let him
understand.
kill him.
Rylus, make an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Oh boy.
Not your boy's forte.
Your brother's saying some weird things, man.
Just yelling in undercommon.
You can't make out what he's saying, but he's saying something, and the tone is just all off.
I'm shaking my head, and I realize what I have to do. I wind up and just straight up punch him.
Back of the head.
No, punch Rylus.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Back of the head.
Okay, make your melee attack. D20 plus strength. What's your AC, Rylus?
It would be 18.
Well,
I have advantage. It's
I would-
11.
You do have advantage because he wasn't looking, but yeah, it misses.
I'm just gonna kind of ignore this.
Okay.
I'm gonna start searching the house. Is there stairs?
Once he gets
no,
beaten up,
it's one
I'm
floor.
gonna stop. Theska's gonna stop and then try to calm down Rylus because I don't want to kill this guy. He just needed to
Right.
get what he was getting.
I mean,
Jandar, your strength modifier is 2, right?
So
Yeah.
Because
if I have
your
to-
11 meets the guy's AC. So since you missed your brother, you're gonna punch him.
Oh god.
Oh, also, by the way, when I started raging, my lights went out.
Gotcha.
Not that that really matters, but that's I
Gotcha.
was just
No,
being,
hey, it matters. Okay. And then can I get a damage or attack roll, and a possibly
just one
damage
damage?
from Thesco? 1 plus strength.
So 3.
or
So
Sorry.
Thesco attack, because you said you're also hitting him.
yeah.
Miss.
'Kay.
But as the brothers Marivaldi are punching the shit out of this guy, he's just like, "All right, what do you want? What, stop hitting me!" What are you guys doing?
that's to see if no, I punch him again. That was-
I'm gonna
that's
try to
see if
put Rylus in a headlock.
Yeah, I'm trying to help him with Rylus as well now.
Okay. So Rylus, make a strength check, and then you said you're helping Jandar. So Jandar, give me a strength check with advantage against Rylus.
Oh,
Okay. So, Rylus, wildly throwing his fist, manages to do another 3 points of damage. Or 4 points
That's
of damage.
perfect.
4.
4 points of damage as Jandar and Thesco both grab an arm and just start pulling him away. And you're just frothing at this point, just in a abysmal rage and just freaking
yeah.
out. And as you get pulled away, the racist old crazy guy just collapses onto the floor. Seems to be unconscious.
I think we did our due.
I would also drop out of raging because if I don't attack someone right, I technically stop raging.
After a minute,
Within
or
a minute.
until
No,
your
I'm
next turn.
not. It's if you don't attack someone on your turn.
Right.
or get it.
But I don't know how that.
Since we're not really in initiative, I'm gonna say it takes like
I'd
10,
say a minute,
15
yeah.
seconds, maybe a minute.
Okay.
Because in
Yeah,
combat
fair
with this group, it would take roughly 40 seconds
Yeah.
for one
Okay.
round. So we'll say you're just
Sure.
frothing and just as the other two are just kind of holding you at bay and like holding you back. What are you guys doing?
Holding him at bay
Frothing.
for 1 minute
Okay.
until he subsides.
Jin and Kel, what are you guys doing?
Go ahead, you first.
Guess I'm just gonna start drinking.
Oh my god.
So you kind of walk back into his living room, kind of front foyer area, which you now recognize as also his kitchen.
I'm gonna try to peek my head out and try to see what he's doing. I'm curious.
Jin just walked over to what seems to be some sort of table, or sorry, some weird wooden structure with 4 legs, and then he sat down on another one with 4 legs and this weird wooden part that he seems to put his back against, and then he pulled out a jug then just started drinking from the jug.
Why do you look so happy, Jin? As I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him some of the liquid mushroom soup.
Okay, so as you kind of are sitting there, you just kind of lean back with the flask and hand it over to Thesco. Thesco, Jin's handing you a flask of something.
I'm gonna smell it. Well, I have one arm open, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like only wrestling with one.
Yeah, and Rylus is slowly calming down, so you
Okay.
feel the need like you can let him go. His brother's got him.
Okay, so I'm gonna let him go, and then I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna smell it. I'm trying to see if it's. I mean, I wouldn't know what poison is other than I saw it on some stuff and it smelled foul.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to. Can I relate? Would this be bad?
Make a perception check.
Okay. This guy is just an idiot.
How to describe a mushroom to somebody who doesn't know what a mushroom is?
Smells like it grows on shit.
This liquor, or this liquid inside this metal container that you were handed, smells like the last 20 minutes of traveling outside.
I'm just gonna take a small sip.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look at Jin, his reaction.
Okay. Jin, what's your reaction as he takes a sip? Just plain face?
Yep.
Okay.
Was he watching me at all?
No, he's just watching you and just looking at you.
Okay.
So for you, the taste is weird. It's bitter, but it's hot. But the temperature's not hot. It's got this weird kind of burn to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass it back immediately because I don't know what's going on in my taste palette. I don't know what a taste palette is.
Yeah. This is tricky.
Life is hard.
Yeah, right?
But you're a knight.
Insane.
Nothingness was so much easier than this. Yeah.
I'm a Meeseeks. I just realized that.
You're a Meeseeks, exactly. Yeah.
I'm literally a Meeseeks.
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I've literally been given one task. And it's gonna be my existence.
And all you want to do is die. That's
Holy
great.
fuck, dude.
That is
Thank you,
awesome.
You've literally given me one. I just realized that.
Wow, that's incredible. I never made that connection until just now, too.
I just happened.
All right, Kel, what are you doing?
I'm searching the house for the father.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Okay. Maybe it takes you about 30 minutes as you're walking around, looking all over the place. You search over here, and then you walk across and search over there, and then you walk back across and check by the front, and you walk back across and check by the back room where the guy is completely unconscious, and the 2 brothers are kind of wrestling for a minute, and then they seem to calm down and start talking, gruffly at first, and then it kind of calms down as you walk back. And every time you walked over the exact middle of the room, it creaks, and it doesn't dawn on you until maybe the 17th time walking across the room. You kind of reach down and you see a little knot hole in one of the boards, and you kind of stick your finger in it and then lift as like a little hatch opens up into the below, and you can see a very small kind of almost like a well, but with a ladder that goes down, cement kind of circular structure that goes down.
I'm gonna cast Produce Flame and just hook it down the hole.
Okay. So you
What do I see
produce
as
this
it's going down?
little fire, and then you throw it down the hole, and you see it spiral down and down and down and down for what seems to be 20-25 feet before it hits against the like concrete bottom, and then after maybe 30 seconds or so, a flame kind of sputters out.
What did I see?
Uh,
Other than
just
did it
cement all the way down until it got to the bottom, then it seemed to light up a little bit wider of a area, and then it just sputtered out. But the ladder does go all the way down.
and this is in the hallway that everybody else is in?
This is in the very center of the front room. There's only 2 rooms in this place, the big room and then the smaller room, which
Gotcha.
presumably he turned from a bedroom into a workshop.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look at Jin and look down in the
Murder
hole.
room.
Look at Jin, look at the hole, look at Jin, look at the hole.
I'm gonna go to the front room and see what all this commotion was. I heard a fire, something.
I'm gonna go jump in the hole.
Okay, are you just jumping straight down, or are you going to take the ladder?
And I'll jump.
I see.
How far can you fall without taking damage?
Um,
Because I know you have slow fall.
I take. When you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by an amount equal to 5 times your monk level.
So you can reduce it up to 5 times your monk level.
Yeah, so 50 feet. I would assume.
That's pretty good.
Oh, the way I interpret that is, like, if you were falling, for example, 20 feet, it would be 4d6 of your damage, reduced by 5 times your monk level. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 25 feet, which is 5d6s for falling damage. Monk level is what, 9?
10.
Okay, so you're perfectly fine. You doubled it.
I'm gonna take the ladder down.
Could have been bad. So you just jump down and land on the bottom.
Yep.
As
Well,
you hear,
I can't see anything.
you come as you hear this like creaking of metal as you look up, and there's a figure coming down as the light above seems to darken a little bit. And we'll go back to the brothers Marivaldi real quick. Rylus, you've been calmed down probably a couple of minutes ago, and kind of your brother has been just kind of talking to you and kind of calming you down, and eventually you guys get to a point where you're both kind of okay, and yeah, what are you guys doing?
I want to find a chair and tie this dude to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea.
So you go into the front room, and just as you see Jin just jump down this hole, you just grab the chair that he was sitting on and take it into the workshop, and give me a dexterity check for tying the guy.
With advantage, I'm helping.
Yeah, go ahead and do it with advantage.
22.
Yeah, okay, so you tie him pretty securely, you think, and he is securely tied to the chair.
I would like to destroy all of the leather pelts in that room. Like in a fire or something. Does he have like a fireplace?
Gonna destroy them?
I think so, yeah. That's kind
In the
he's been skinning
main
for a
room,
while.
there is a fireplace.
Like, is it big enough to fit all of the the stuff into? Like, not all at once, obviously, but like the largest piece that's in there, would it fit, or would I have to
You'd have to cut the largest one in half. It's literally like a skinned furbolg that's like 9 feet tall. Pretty small household fire pit.
I'm gonna look at him and say maybe they like to bury their dead.
Very well. We'll leave this for later.
Yeah, I think someone jumped down the hole. It worries me because the drain. I think it goes down the hole. That's not good.
Gabriel's just standing there, and he goes, "Yeah, it was Jin. Jin just jumped down, and then Kel went after him, and then yeah, it was just them."
I think the blood's feeding somewhere, and that worries me. Because you don't normally have these in houses, right? I'm gonna look at him back.
Like at me or at
What's a house?
At Gabriel.
Gabriel's like, I don't have a house. Oh, well, I mean, we do now, but our house doesn't look like this.
I mean, it does. You do have a dungeon in it.
I mean,
Oh, you're right.
does that count as a dungeon? That's more of your guys' sewer that somebody chiseled into.
Well, tomato.
Don't make it
Dungeon.
to the bottom.
What are
Dungeon. The
Cellar.
dungeon didn't have
House.
the sewer didn't have a gate, so we're good.
Maybe this one will have gates. I go down the ladder.
True.
I go down the ladder.
I'm gonna follow Rylus and say, Gabriel, are you gonna stay up here and watch us?
I'm gonna stay.
Yeah, sure. I'll keep the fort held down with Alaran and his knight.
Have you heard he's a knight? And that's the last thing you hear as my head goes into the hole.
Okay. So Jin, you are joined down at the bottom of the ladder by Kel. Maybe a minute after you jump down.
I'm gonna look up the ladder and yell, "Sewer Team 6, assemble!"
As you're saying that, you're hearing the conversation from above that literally just took place.
Okay.
Can Lauren's body shake a little bit?
No.
While I'm going down the ladder, I'm gonna say it really is bad to split parties, though.
Gabriel just says, it's fine, everything will be fine. Calm down.
It's an old family saying. If you haven't guessed, the Marivaldi never splits the party. It both works in the entertaining lords and adventuring.
That's adorable.
I'm just saying this to myself as we're climbing.
Okay. You just hear the gentle plucking on a lute coming from above, and you hear, Sewer Team 6 can get you a fix now. Sewer Team 6. Anyway, at the bottom of the ladder, you guys are eventually joined by Rylus and Jandar. And Thesko, are you going down?
No, I'm staying.
Okay, so it's just the four of you as you get to the bottom of the ladder. It's kind of a dark room. Who has dark vision? Raise your hand.
I can see in darkness.
Okay, so the brothers, from the bottom of the ladder, you kind of turn around and you see in front of you a very small room, maybe 5 feet wide, 7 feet deep, with a kind of like a stone sarcophagus with a kind of placard attached to it.
There's a coffin down here, guys. That worries me. I don't know if you guys made the connection. Blood's kind of coming down here. Can I see any blood? Maybe trailing?
Make a perception check. Okay. You look around and search kind of the whole of this small room, and you don't see any sign of any blood.
Is it clean?
It is.
I'm gonna look at Rylus. I think there's a cube here. That jello thing.
I look up. Back from where we came. I don't see one.
Oh, okay.
I want to go read what the plaque says.
Okay. What languages do you read? Well, it's in common, so it doesn't really matter. Anyway, it says, "To my dearest father, may you rest forever, and rest well." Etched on a small wooden kind of placard that's been nailed, kind of, to this stone sarcophagus-looking thing.
I believe we found the father.
Oh, there goes that plan.
You had a plan?
Think. That's what happens when your head hurts, like right here, right?
Yes. That is a plan. And
Okay.
a pain.
I'm just gonna climb up.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Detect magic.
You don't pick up anything magical.
Is the coffin, like, super ornate?
No, it looks like it's made out of, like, carved stone. Like, somebody just, like, took chunks of stone and, like, set it down and carved and, like, put, like, mortar in between each one of them and, like, very softly, like, carved around the outside and stuff. And, it's very, very plain. Like, if you had enough time, you could probably do it.
Yeah, I go back up.
Okay.
I'm gonna search around a little bit more. Produce flame in my hand to make light.
I'm staying down with him.
Okay. And what do you guys want to do? Sorry. I was writing something and I missed that last thing. What was Nick doing?
I
Searching.
use produce flame in my hand to
Okay.
light up the room.
Okay,
and
yeah.
just search around a little bit.
On the wall, in the corner to your right, you do see that there is a little metal ring attached to the wall. Like here's the wall or whatever. It comes out, loops out a little bit, and then attaches back to the wall. Aside from that, the room is just a very blank, boring stone room.
I'll just start heading back up.
Okay.
You didn't tell me, so I didn't see anything, right?
No.
Okay, then yeah, I just climb up too then.
Okay. As you all get to the top of the ladder, you hear that gentle strumming of the lute as Gabriel's speaking under his breath. You guys all get to the top, and he goes, I think I've got a hit.
Play it for us, Bard.
Very well. Strums a couple of times and says, Sewer Team 6, we're your fix. Hire us to help, unless you got kids.
I mean,
Huh?
I'm not one for music, but that sounds like a hit.
I'll
I'm gonna
workshop
feel
it.
defeated again.
That's my DM way of poo-poo on Nick. I did it through a character. It's fine. Yeah, so you guys all get to the top of the stairs and kind of close that hatch back over, and what are you guys doing?
I say we should wait until he regains consciousness and talk to him.
I'm gonna look at Kel.
It's still raining.
How much longer will this rain be?
Kel?
Another 20 hours or so. Maybe longer. I mean, maybe another 20 hours or so. Could be longer, I don't know.
Jay, I have a question regarding
up?
kind of like
Sure,
furballs
what up?
in this world. Are they like, how are they regarded? Are they regarded as like just kind of wild creatures but can talk and all that sort of stuff? Or are they like, you know, kind of treated
Generally,
like normal, like humans, except by this wonderful human being?
make a history check.
All right.
Okay. So in your travels, anytime you've heard of one or heard people mention them or whatever, they've been widely regarded as very strong, hardy creatures with very good constitutions, strong work ethic, and almost a pacifist-like attitude. They tend to not get into too much of a trouble, try to avoid conflict whenever possible, and are just generally, if you hire them for something, you know it'll get done well, and that they'll do it the best of their abilities. If they can't do something, they won't take the job, kind of thing. Those that have ever been, in society. Most tend to stick to the fringes, live in the trees and the jungles and the forest, and try not to get too close to society. But some do wander out and start families outside of, this is probably the closest they'd ever get to Visgate, is just a couple of miles outside of Visgate.
Okay.
Are you relaying that, Rylas?
So yeah.
Well, that was more of kind of like a general question of how they're regarded in the world. So I guess that would be up to everybody else's. But yeah, I would like to kind of turn around
Well,
and just
your experiences are different from everybody else's.
yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you pondering.
Oh, I guess because you don't know anything.
I don't know shit.
Yeah.
I don't know
I keep
people. I don't know
forgetting.
anything. So
You gotta remember,
everything is
his
just a blank
his
slate.
existence
You know, it's
started
like-
12
I'm
hours ago.
Meeseeks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
Meeseeks.
I was told protect the party, keep me alive, don't
Yeah.
die.
And you're a knight.
You're a knight. That was literally it.
I would want to turn to Jandar and like talk, but like talk so everybody can hear. Be like, furbolgs have been always kind, and what has happened here is absolutely atrocious. I believe we must.
Sorry, I looked at Nick on Discord as you said that, and he was just like. I'm sorry.
We I believe these crimes this man have committed more than merit justice in Vizgate. And I believe we should also seize his property from him as he seized it from someone else. I
Did
would
two-
Go ahead.
refer the decision to you, as you are now Lord of Vizgate.
To be fair, if we could have a conversation with the furbolgs and furball, I can't say his name. The creatures, we would have had an understanding. I just wish lightning didn't strike twice.
Perhaps if we bring our captured racist, we could
Gabriel
solve
speaks
all
up and
these
is like,
issues.
wait, you want to bring their dead to them? Isn't that a little bit counterproductive?
I think
Oh,
he
wait,
meant-
you said racist. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Carry on. He continues playing his lute.
I guess the question is, do we blame the child for what the father did?
I mean, he's still
He saw
killing and skinning.
nothing wrong with it. So yes.
But he was raised like that.
You didn't ever seek a question or ask why.
I'm gonna go out the front door and go into the rain and sit cross-legged in the mud, just ponder.
Okay. So right after you say do we blame the child for the father's mistakes, you hear a snort come from Gabriel. Just one single snort. Just like,
Yes.
well, if you weren't in power 10 years ago, who was? Who denied them justice?
There's a lot going on.
Was it your father?
It might have been.
Might have been your father. Goes back to playing his lute.
When the DM knows everything and is playing a character.
Let this be a lesson to you. Don't ever miss a session of D&D. I will fuck your world up. No, it's something I figured Derek probably would have done anyways, because he plays very fast and loose and chaotic.
Yeah,
so.
that's funny.
Also, it's funny to propose those questions. Go ahead.
That's true.
I still say that I don't know. I don't have I need to think about this more.
Well, if your father didn't give him justice, and his father brought him this way, then at what point should we break this cycle?
Break the cycle by breaking him.
Let's break him and break your father's, if it was your father's non-justice.
I think I need to look in the records to see exactly what happened.
However,
That's the only way
now,
I can make a conclusion.
Right now, I think we know what's the right deed.
Yeah, I still say I would not take action right now.
I will hold.
Me as well.
Okay. Roughly 30 minutes goes by before you hear a very faint shuffling coming from the back room.
I'm gonna walk over to that shuffling.
Okay. You walk in and see the man tied up in a chair, head still down, like as if he was knocked out, but you can just very faintly see like his eyelashes moving like he's...
I heard you shuffling.
And was shaking his arms to try and loose from the ropes, and as soon as you speak, stops.
I'm going to walk over to his... He's in like a chair, right?
Yeah, he's tied up in a chair.
Cool. Is anybody else in the room?
No, just you at the moment.
Perfect. I'm gonna grab the back of his chair and push it down on the ground and put my boot on his throat gently.
Okay. So you just flip him face forward and then put your boot to the back of his neck, and he's like, "What? I was asleep. Why would you do that?"
Don't fucking play with me, old man. I'm just gonna kind of like slowly grind my boot.
I don't hear shit.
Nah, you don't.
I don't hear shit.
That's great. I love this.
Sorry, so what'd you say you were doing?
Now.
Oh,
more
Jandar
thunder?
hears it.
I'm like, oh god.
So, Thesco, what are you saying you're doing?
I was just slowly grinding my boot into him as he retorted. There.
Okay. He's just like,
I know you're sly. I'm gonna pull back a little bit so you can answer me. I know you're sly.
I don't even know what that word means.
I'm gonna push down again a little bit.
God, stop.
I'm gonna let up, but I want you to shut up.
Fine.
I'm gonna.
Gosh.
I'll let up.
All right.
I'm gonna beckon Rylus and Jandar.
Okay.
I say we question him now. Get what he knows what his father did. That's
I
one
agree.
side of the story, correct? We need to know all sides. Your reports may only know one side, because your father may have hid some evidence.
Alright, let's hear it. Go ahead then.
I would like to kind of like look over the guy in the chair and be like, firstly, do you know who we are?
As far as I know, you're the fellers that I had hired to go into the forest to clean out the rodent infestation.
My name is Rylus Maravaldi. Does that name ring a bell to you?
No? Why?
Not even the last name? And I squeeze a little tighter.
Huh?
I'll let up.
Why am I supposed to know why? Like, you some sort of king or something?
What family rules Visgate?
I don't
Is
know.
that checking that?
Do I
Seems
wear
generally
any sort
confused.
of like? I can't remember. Do I have a crest on me? Like, would I have a family crest on anything? My
you
clothes?
have-
Probably. Eh?
You have your family crest, your brother's family crest, above your, just above your heart, and then in the center of your chest is your personal crest.
I like point, and my personal one's just like the inverted, right? I think we talked about this.
Inverted colors.
Yeah. I point to like the smaller ones. Like, do you recognize this symbol?
Yeah, sometimes we get some people down from Visgate wearing some of that. They come with the merchants to take the stuff back. Why? Were you some sort of king or something?
Not I.
He's a lord.
I point to Jandar behind me.
What, you some sort of king or something?
I'm gonna squeeze his neck tight as he says that.
Ah!
Don't speak to the lord that way.
Sorry, my lord.
So, the question needs to be asked: how did you get this farm?
It's hard to speak with him on my throat.
I'll let up. Just enough.
Well, my papa bought it from some guy that was selling farms out here.
Tell me the rumors that you heard as a child of how your father got this farm.
Well, there was no rumors. I was like 30. I lived with him all my life. We used to
He did not buy this farm.
Well, no, we did. We were selling shoes and all kinds of bridal equipment, and not for women, but for horses. Down in Yona for years, and then we are making our way coming up north. We were figuring we're gonna go to Kuruk, and about halfway, some guy approached us and said, "Hey, we got this whole deed to a farm. If you want this farm," and we're like, "Hell yeah, we want a farm!" And we bought the place for all the money we done had, and we kind of set up a farm.
Where is your deed? I would like to see this.
It's somewhere in the front room there. You should find it. It's like in one of them wooden things that you keep important papers in.
I would like to yell out and be like, "Look for a chest with papers, please."
You hear Gabriel's familiar voice call back. "I don't see a chest."
God, find something that holds paper.
You mean a desk?
Sure.
Okay. Go back to your investigation. Or interrogation.
Well, I'm gonna wait until that
Okay.
is discovered.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Jin?
ask while I'm listening to this because I'm trying
Sure.
to be the mediator. I'm gonna ask. Do you remember the name of the person who sold you the deed?
Jin investigation as well. He just goes, "No, I don't know. My paps dealt with him. I was, I didn't really take too much of an interest into the, affairs. I was just a hired hand at my daddy's old boot and leather shop, and then, he bought this here farm on that
Now,
deed."
you wouldn't be lying to us, would you? And I'm gonna squeeze my boot down.
Make an intimidation check.
Ooh.
He's like, "No, I wouldn't lie to you guys. That, God damn, you're heavy. You know that? I don't know if anybody's ever told you that before."
I'm only lit up halfway. Just so he's choking every other breath type thing.
I'm gonna ask. Who do you pay your taxes to?
What in the fuck is a tax?
This story is getting worse and worse for you. Just want to let you know that.
You don't pay taxes?
What is taxes?
I'm gonna push down like 75%. He can barely breathe. How have you never? Nah, never mind. I have no room to talk there. I'm just squeezing. They're all angry, so I'm vibing off of it.
Meanwhile, in the other room, Jen and Gabriel are frantically looking through all stacks of papers. There's shipping manifestos from people that have come to take care of all the crops and stuff, and there's receipts written in a really neat hand. Everything is written in very, very neatly, and then you just see at the bottom of the paper just a big line, a couple of scribbles. Very clearly not in the same hand, but it seems to be a signature, and it says, farmstead owner, directly above the line where he signed. Eventually, you manage to find your way through the stack of papers before, Jin, you finally get to the very, very bottom. You see one really, really old page, and it is basically, make an intelligence check. That's a deed to the farm.
Alright. I will take that into the the other room.
Okay. So you go into the other room and produce the paper to Rylus and Jandar as you just see Thesco with his boot on this guy's neck. Still kind of tied to this chair that's wood, and he's... You walk out?
Yep.
Okay. Back to the interrogation.
I'm gonna look at the deed because I'm pretty fluent with writing and everything like that. Noble nature, so.
It's kind of poorly written, but at the very top it says deed, and then it says I blank, and there's a scribble. Hereby, and hereby is HEREBUY. The whole thing is completely misspelled. Every word is horribly misspelled. Like
is
a
there any
3-year-old
royal
wrote it.
stamp on it or anything like that? That'll be what I look before I even read
No,
it.
there is no royal stamp. There's no magistrate stamp. There is no any mediator stamp at all. It basically comes down to a poorly written deed that basically says, I blank hereby get the farm for, and then it seems like there's written like 357 gold pieces. And then there's another signature and a much also kind of shitty, but not quite as shitty scrawl. And then you know, that's it.
Can I read that other signature?
Yeah, it really just looks like a couple of X's and some L's and maybe a Q. Like, it's pretty hard to make out what it actually says.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll up the scroll and say, well, this farm is officially confiscated.
He's
And
like,
this
What do we do with him?
what? Why are you gonna take my farm? What?
You did not get this farm in the right way. Whoever
Well,
bought it from
we
you
bought
didn't
it.
do.
I'd stop talking if I were you.
You're stealing my
It's
stuff.
already done.
I know.
He just kind of slumps, defeated, breathing.
What
heavily.
about his treatment of the furbolgs? How do you say it? Furbolgs?
Furbolgs?
Furball.
Furbolgs. Oh, I said it right. Of the-
Furbolg.
Furball.
Of the furbolgs. What
Two
about the
eyes.
treatment of the furbolgs? He's been hunting them for sport and sale now for.
Not for sport. They're a
I'm
vermin.
gonna push down on him even harder there.
I-
Don't you dare speak of another race that way.
I'm gonna say I'll be lenient. If you are still here on our way back, the guards will come and escort you to our prison. I would get away from this field right now.
Don't give him a chance. You're too generous. I say cut both of his Achilles
I'll look at
tendons.
him and I'll say, anything that happens outside of this house that I don't see, I won't enforce.
I'm a knight. I can't do anything that's against my morale.
I start
So-
to untie him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna allow that.
Oh, okay. So as
He
you start
should
to
stay
untie,
tied.
you hear
Then
that.
how is he going to leave?
That's for him to figure out.
I can probably figure that out.
See, exactly. He can figure it out as soon as I get my boot off of his throat.
Hmm.
Please.
I'm gonna press down a little bit harder and then let up and walk away.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave him on his ground though. But
You
I'm
just
gonna
hear
check
this.
and make sure his ties on his arms and his hands are
Mhm.
not unbound.
Yeah, they're still very, very tight.
Good.
And you just hear this like coughing and wheezing as you like get off of him and walk
I'm just
away.
gonna walk out and not even look back.
I'm gonna walk over, grab the knife that was probably still on the floor that he was
Yep.
skinning it with. I'll drop it right by him and I'll say, I don't want to ever see you again.
And he just answers back, "What am I gonna do without my farm?"
That's for you to decide.
As Jandar walks out, I'm gonna try to pull him aside.
This is injustice.
I would follow Jandar. Neither is what. Actually, hearing him say that, I would turn around and be like, "Neither is what you've done here."
I ain't done
Nothing.
nothing. You hear from the room as you're walking away.
Jandar, come here.
Mm-hmm.
Can we close the door as we?
Yep.
Okay.
It's still
I'm
kind of
not
got
gonna-
a big. It's got a big crack in the middle of it though. From
Right. I'm not. I don't want to speak loudly because of that, and I want to try to walk
Sure.
to the far end of the room. I fear if we give him too much opportunity, he might become an enemy of your state.
Yeah, I say if he's the enemy, I've seen a lot worse than him. Any day, I'll take him. I'll look at Rylus when I'm saying that. Like, we've dealt with worse people.
Oh, I'm out of the room.
Oh, no,
Oh, they're in
all
the
out
main
of
room.
Yeah, we're in the main
Oh.
room. I
Main
pulled
room.
him aside in the main
Oh, I
room.
misunderstood that.
Yeah, I'm saying
What I-
that we've had worse enemies than him.
I'm
That guy
just gonna
back.
look up like dumbfounded.
Mhm.
If If you say so. And then I will follow. I'm gonna go over to my master's body.
Okay. And what
Make
are you
sure
doing?
everything is golden.
Okay.
Nice in a vegetable state.
Yeah, he's just as he was when you left.
Perfect.
He is a veggie.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go lean back in a chair, wait for it to stop raining.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to stop. Yeah, that's what I want to.
Okay. So you guys wait. I mean, at this point, it's like 8 or 9. Probably wait till 11 o'clock, maybe 12 o'clock, midnight. It's still raining. And Gabriel speaks up and says, "So we resting here then?"
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Who's
Alright.
saying watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
I'm already out in the rain. I'm watching.
I'll go third.
I'm more
Alright.
I'm more aware of the guy inside as well.
So the first, as you guys all kind of bed down, except for Kel, who's outside, you guys all go to sleep. First 2 hours goes by somewhat uneventfully, and Gabriel wakes up Thesco, and kind of eyelids open up, and you're experiencing this weird thing called sleep. It kind of reminds you of your existence not 13 hours ago, but it's weird because like you're still there.
I'm gonna
And,
kinda,
While
did
you're
he grab
alive,
me to wake me up?
well, he kind of grabbed you by the shoulder.
Why did that? I'm a knight.
I also, as a interesting little note, during this weird life that you've had already, the last couple hours, you've had another life. It's like a life within a life.
Crazy.
Yeah, you were on some fields, and you saw this weird creature with a tail and a long face, and it was just running along a field. And then you were woken up. And Gabriel just looks at you and goes, "Your turn to watch." I think he's awake. I don't know.
I'm sad Derek's not here. Sorry,
Right.
but I just saw images. Okay. All right. What am I? I'm watching. I'm watching.
Yeah, it's your turn. Just 2 hours, and then wake up the next person.
Did the racist asshole say anything?
No, but he's up. Looks like, or sounds like he's just,
All right.
making some
Yeah. I
noise.
got it. I got it.
All right. Night. Just goes and
I'm
lays
night.
down on the kitchen table and out. Jin, how long before you, or sorry, not Jin, Kel, how long before you come in and go to sleep, or are you just sleeping outside?
I'm just gonna sleep outside.
Okay.
I'm too
How long
distraught.
until you fall asleep? 2 hours? 4 hours? Do you want to stay up the whole night?
I'll still sit cross-legged until I fall asleep in that position. I don't know when, just randomly, I guess.
Sure. All right. I need a perception check for Thesco as it's your watch.
All right.
Your watch, you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. The rain almost pushes you into that second life a couple of times before you kind of startle yourself. Your
I
watch
was in
comes
the
so
main
close.
room.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But while that was happening in the beginning of my watch, I wanted to peek in the open hole of that door
Sure.
to kind of see if that guy had moved at all or anything.
Yeah, it looks like he got his left arm free from the
Cool.
rope.
So I wanna walk in and I wanna kick the blade far away, just kick it off to the other side, and then go tie his other hand during my watch.
Okay. So you kick
And
the
I'm
blade away
laughing,
and
I'm cacklingly.
you kick the blade away and tie him back up.
Yeah.
Still on the floor, just still tied to the
Yep.
chair. And then
Perfect.
you go back and finish your watch. Who do you wake up?
I'm gonna close the door before I do, and then I'm gonna go and see, because Kel isn't around yet, right?
No, you haven't seen him.
Okay, so I'm gonna open the door and just pop my head outside and see if I see anybody.
Okay. You see him about 30 feet away in the middle of the muddy driveway, kind of curled up into a ball, shaking a little bit. But aside from that, not moving.
Hey, Kel!
No response.
I'm gonna walk out and see if I can pick him up.
Okay. Make a strength check.
Bring him inside.
Okay. You scoop him up and bring him inside.
I'm gonna put him next to.
He's cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna cuddle next to him.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna wake up. Who would it? Would it be Jin? Maybe. Sure.
Maybe.
I'll go poke Jin and see if he's awake or not drunk.
Jin?
Yeah, I'll get up.
Okay. So as you snuggle up next to Cal, and after waking up Jin, Jin, your turn for watch. Perception check. Okay. Your 2 hours goes by uneventfully. There is no noise. The rain's still coming down.
Alright. I'll wake up, I don't who hasn't woken up yet?
Rylus, Jandar,
Rylus
Gabriel.
or Jandar?
I'll go wake up Rylus.
Or Gabriel was asleep. Yeah.
Gabriel was first.
Yeah. So you wake up Rylus. Rylus, you are woken up by Jin. Your 2 hours goes by. You can hear a little bit of fidgeting coming from the back room throughout the 2 hours. Do you investigate or no?
I would like to go check, yeah.
Okay. As you open up the door, you see that he has gotten both of his hands kind of free. The rope is not cut in any way, but it seems to that the slack is kind of there now. And you can also see that the left arm bit for the chair has been broken off. Like the arm holder.
No, I know. I'm
armrest.
just
The left armrest has been snapped off.
I would like to. And the knife is like you said. The knife is like kicked off to the side, right?
Oh yeah, it's in the corner. Or it was kicked to the corner.
I kicked it.
Yeah, can I retie him?
Sure.
And then also, I'm gonna blindfold him.
Okay. So you retie him up and you blindfold him?
Be like, I will take this off, not the ropes, the blindfold, in the morning. And then as I close the door, I just kind of say, so he can hear it, just really like, if I remember, and then shut the door.
You hear a faint sobbing sound as your watch comes to an end, and you guys wake up early the next day, about 7, 8 a.m.
I'm gonna walk into the room immediately and look and see if he's there.
I do not remember to take the blindfold.
Yeah, you see him tied to a chair. The left arm resting armrest thing is broken off, but his arm is now securely tied to his body, kind of like this. So it's like very tightly secured.
If he looks securely tied, I'm happy. I'm gonna just keep walking.
Okay. Closing the door after you as you do it. You walk away and
yeah, I might get like the nearest stool and kind of prop it up.
Okay.
To try to, reinforce
the door.
We're not opening.
Okay. Fair enough. You guys are all awake at this point, so whatever you guys want to do.
I'm gonna go back out to the rain and just sit cross-legged again.
Okay. And sorry, Jandar.
I'm gonna go to the door and I'll say one thing before we leave. What's down in your makeshift basement that I saw?
That's my pop's tomb. Built it from hand when he died. It was a sad day.
I think to myself, I don't think. Who's my god? No, I don't think I would do that. That would be Yeah, that'd be wrong. Nothing. I don't do anything.
Okay. So, Gabriel kind of gets up, grabs his pack, puts his loot in his loot pack, and goes, "Well, we off?"
I think
Yes,
so.
we shall.
I'm gonna look at Kel, or open the door to Kel.
We should check this place on the way back.
How much longer? Or I guess, can I ask you, Jay, how long it's been?
At this point, right about now is 24 hours from when Kel got back with the stones. So
Got about
the
4
rain
hours
will
probably.
the rain will continue for at least another 5 hours.
5.
After that,
Okay.
you don't know.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
And then we didn't know it was gonna let up. It was just rain.
Yeah, for that 24-hour span from the spell cast until the end of the effect is just rain.
Okay. Okay. Then yeah, it doesn't really.
As I'm sitting there, I'll cast Druidcraft again and do another weather check.
Okay. You know that it's going to rain until deep evening tonight, and then it will finally let up.
Okay.
Okay. Do you share that information?
Oh, I mean,
If
he's on the
asked.
driveway. So.
I'm asking. I was opening the door asking.
Hmm.
What's the weather like, Cal?
It's raining sideways!
You say
Right.
that as he's sitting in a downpour. What's the
Yeah.
weather like? And he's just like,
If I was on my character, I could literally control the weather. So I'm really upset that it's now raining. I feel like you're doing it despite me, but you know.
no, I just didn't have awesome sound effects before, so it rained.
I
just
can
didn't
literally
mention it.
control the weather, bro.
My bad. We got sound effects now. It'll be fine.
Damn it.
It'll
I
play a
mean-
thing later. Don't worry.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like here's a good place to stop before we leave, but we could be going somewhere too.
I was waiting for you guys to clear the immediate area before I called it. If you guys
Okay.
were leaving.
Then yeah, let's head
Yeah,
somewhere.
let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab Master's body, load him on,
Okay.
look for help with Rylus, and we'll go.
Okay. So the 7 of you all start traveling back down the driveway, and you get to the main road and start heading back towards the kind of northwestern area, and that's where we will call it for the night. And we will pick this up again next week. So, yeah,
So happy it's next week,
right? And not like 3 weeks from now. I'm so happy.
not like a month.
Always need to
Next
do
year.
D&Ds.
It felt
next year.
disconnected, but it felt really good to get back.
Yeah, dude. Felt so good. Anyway, if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the Twitch channel. If you're watching this on Twitch, hit the follow button. It's free. Also consider subscribing. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. And,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, here you go. You can get one of those.
Uh-oh.
Tune in every week where we will just play some fun shit. Oh, hey, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub, man.
Hence the.
It doesn't show up on stream while we're playing, though. I have notifications turned off
That's
so that it
okay.
doesn't, like, bloop at me, but I saw it on my phone. Right there.
I forgot I had one that happened like a couple days ago, and I was like, I need to save it.
Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, so, we'll see you next week. Tune in. Same bat time, same bat channel. Anything else from you guys before we call it?
I don't kill children in real life.
Only in D&D.
With lightning.
And only if they're furry darkies? Jesus.
Wow, that's racist.
Whoa.
That went really dark, and once again, I apologize. When I wrote the
Damn.
character, I didn't make the connection of how it would sound when I actually said it out loud.
Fucking Canadians.
Oh, God.
Hey, man.
Sorry.
Don't judge us all by Jay.
Yeah, right? I'm a bad
And that's
benchmark.
how Jay got his age restricted on.
Oh, no, I actually have it set as mature,
Oh.
so we're always age restricted. Because we say shit like fuck. And shit.
I was gonna say, I
Oh,
fucking
there you
curse all the goddamn
And
fucking
cunt.
time.
Boobies!
It's not really a curse.
Oh.
I mean,
It's more of a blessing.
Mind Flayer Syphilis.
Okay, this is where I hang up now.
yeah.
Anyway, see you guys next week. on the stream. Like I said, follow on Twitch, subscribe if you can. We out.